like not the knock icon
What's up, people?
anymore. Yeah, used to be.
I think I have everybody. Hi!
We're live.
We are live. Hi! What's up, friends? What's going on? Can you hear us? Please let us know. Hi.
I could hear myself and you.
Hi.
Then I had to remute the stream because it was too much.
Oh yeah.
It was too much for me.
Oh, you guys. What's up, chat?
Shograz.
Ghost Pepper and
You know what?
Cauliflump.
We're here.
We've been, you know what, Shograz? We've been working up to this very moment, this very session in Winds of Chaos for probably, like, at least 2 out of 3 years. I might even say all 3 years that we've played.
Yeah.
Let's just hard switch over to Overwatch.
Right. Ghost Pepper knew exactly what he was doing as soon as we started this campaign.
Can you guys? I'm obviously but can you guys imagine, like, Shograz, just imagine, and Leader, you can too because you played the game, but imagine like Flutter, Woof, Ghost, and then like 2 of the 3 of us, you know, Shograz, me, and Leader playing. Like, oh my god, that'd be so funny. That would be great. It would be.
It would be amazing. It would be so good.
Yeah, golf with your friends level.
Right?
This
is D&D. But also.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be back, you guys.
Welcome, everybody.
My apologies for having a wonk-ass stream today, you guys. This is gonna be an interesting little...
That's okay. You just got your just moved into your new place. Just got your setup set up.
One of those days.
It is an empty mess behind me. There's mess.
Oddly enough, it kind of almost resembles the layout of your last place, like the wall behind you.
Bit, yeah.
I guess that's a doorway to your left, but
yeah. It's
looks
a
like
closet.
It could be a window,
but
you know what I mean?
it's a closet. So it's a little bit similar. It's a bit it's a lot a bit different. So it's just my right behind me, this little setup. This is my sewing machine station thing right behind me. So in case I ever want to do some crafting and stuff, it's kind of convenient.
Be pretty cool if you hang some art on your wall.
I
as,
will
like, your
be
stream
working on
background
that.
and
Yeah,
cool.
that's gonna be a thing. I just, that's all still in boxes. Thank you so much for the hydrate bag.
Shograz, welcome. Tyrannosaurus, welcome. Meg Benji, welcome. Everybody, hydrate from Meg. We have a very auspicious and very special session of Winds of Chaos for you tonight. Speaking of things that we've been working towards for going on 3 years here, or more than 3 years, we have Leader back. Leader. Welcome back, Leader. Some people have joined our campaign. Can you believe this campaign has been going on for so long that some people might not know that Leader was one of the original members of the group.
OG Winds of Chaos.
One of the OGs. Yeah. And and it was revealed at the very end of last week's session. You found him again. You found Goldrill, your friend.
We found him
waiting for you at Dal Kalash.
Which is one of the most. This session, you guys.
One of the most. Just one of the most.
One of the most. That's it.
Well, that's good, Megan. Gosh, I can't stand stream issues. But yeah, you guys, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so amazing.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Ghost Pepper.
Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. So, hey, Taryn. So folks, we have some thank yous to distribute to members of our community before we begin.
I'm gonna
but we have a question of the day for everybody, and feel free if you're out there in chat and you have your own D&D characters who are near and dear to your heart, if they have guested in our campaign or, in your own campaign, in your own adventures, feel free to answer for them too. We love to hear about other people's characters. We love to talk about your answers to the questions. So the question of the day is, what is an NPC from the campaign that your character looks up to? Now, obviously, if you're answering for a D&D or other TTRPG character near and dear to your heart, who has never appeared in our campaign, you can say an NPC from our campaign that your character would look up to, or you could tell us about an NPC from the campaign that your character actually was in, that they look up to. So feel free to interpret that question as widely as you want. All the players you need to answer for this campaign. Sorry, too bad, so sad. So thank yous tonight going out to all of our Ko-fi members. Remember that when you buy a membership through Ko-fi, you get a Wild Magic Surge from Kiona, Major Monster Mutation for one of the monsters that we are facing, a custom NPC to appear in the campaign, or a custom magic item to appear in the campaign for our players each month that you are a member. So please use your membership perks. And thank you to all of our Ko-fi members for helping support this stream. We use the proceeds from this from the Ko-fi membership to commission art, to maintain our Roll20 subscription. Hey, Peter. And great things like that. Thank you to our resident rules lawyers, Starborn Striker, who's currently looking away and getting her dice ready, and Bow the Distance. They are our rules lawyers. They when we are mid-play and run into a snag with the rules, and we need to know how a rule works, or how two rules work when they go head-to-head with each other in seemingly mutually exclusive situations, they help us out with that, so that we don't need to do that time-honored Dungeons and Dragons tradition of completely stopping play, slamming the brakes on play, and spending half an hour leafing through the player's handbook or the Dungeon Master's Guide to figure it out. Third thank you is to Vinyl Stencil, who organizes our bits redeems. So when people, there we go, off camera shout out. Off camera finger guns. So whenever people redeem bits for affecting things in play, which I think, Flutter, you have a command for the menu, perhaps.
WOC
I know that you're working on WOC bits. So yeah, we've got a bits menu that you can check out. And any bits that you spend can influence the game during the stream.
Apparently that link doesn't work anymore.
I think it doesn't work anymore. I don't know where the picture went.
I need to fix it.
I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't think you need to fix it. I think we need to figure out where it went.
Yeah.
But in any case, I think it was 300 bits for a mundane, non-magical item, 400 bits for a minor monster mutation, 500 bits for a major monster mutation, 600 bits for compelling a character's flaws, 800 bits, 700 bits for inspiration, 800 bits for a wild magic surge. Is that right? I think that was right. I don't know. My favorite part is deciding whether we're going into a forest or not. Yeah, my favorite part is spending 2 hours coming up with a plan and then not doing the plan.
Right, yeah. We've never done that. I don't know what that's like.
Why would do such a thing?
Yeah, why would you spend so long making a plan and then not follow through? Like, why?
And then not follow it whatsoever.
No, yeah.
And then go to the wax museum instead.
Or the plan, or the plan
The wax
hinges,
museum.
or the plan hinges on putting the very first guard you encounter to sleep, and the very first guard is like an elf, and you're like, damn it. Which is when you as the DM, you just need to lean back and just go like this while they're planning
it. Museum, make sure that you complain that there's only wax fruit in there.
Right.
Yeah.
There should have been secrets.
Right.
There should have been.
What is
More
just
than.
a wax fruit museum? Like
Yeah.
what?
Who the fuck?
God,
My
and can
dice
we
are
just
a mess. They're no longer organized.
Bo the distance has the patience of a fucking saint. I don't know how they sat there for like 3.5 hours.
I know.
And we didn't interact with them at
We had
all.
a guest
oh,
player
God.
physically sitting with me,
Just,
and they just waited the whole time and didn't get a chance to really.
that's gonna be like a regret on my
amazing.
deathbed, you know? Like, oh God, like what did we do? That's
an hour and a half into the session. You didn't make a character for this, right, Bo? You're just hanging out in the voice chat for some reason that we can't fathom.
We're all geniuses. We're all geniuses. We went after wax fruit instead.
Anyway, let's get started because we actually have a lot going on this evening, and so we are going to begin with a little bit of a flashback, actually.
Oh, I pasted the whole text of Hallie Garin from the book Ghost Pepper in our group chat earlier. So
did you in our group chat?
In our private
or in the players
Chaos
group
player
chat. Okay. Good.
It was a lot of text.
So that if there are any discrepancies between what I'm about to say this session and what I have said in the past, you can call me out on them.
So just to be clear, we're skipping the warm-up question.
Oh
yeah, the warm-up question.
But we didn't
really quickly.
it.
What is an NPC from the campaign that your character, this is me doing the Wayne's World flashback, that your character looks up to? Okay, and feel free to answer, folks in chat, feel free to answer for your characters. Please, Foodle.
That is an easy
Bruno
one for
Blue
Foodle.
Jacket.
Absolutely not. Everybody.
Oh my God, the drum! The drum! Please!
I'm kidding.
Please, no.
No, I think there are 3 NPCs that Foodle looks up to for, I think, pretty wildly different reasons. My camera has given up the ghost.
Lost focus.
Anyway, we're just going to continue. The Muffin Man, because he's kind of like, he's a fighter. Yeah, he's a fighter in a way that Foodle isn't, and Foodle really admires his strength and his tenacity and his wisdom in battle. Like, he's got a lot of experience, right? Andrea Pantalonia, because she is just a ball of sweetness, and he thinks charisma, and just
the only character shorter than Foodle.
Yeah, the only NPC that is shorter than Foodle. And then, oh gosh, what's his name? The Brindlewild guy.
Boggy.
Boggy, thank you. Yeah, because he's just so chill and such a cool dude. Anyway, so that's Poodle. Anyway.
Excellent. Let's hear from Kiona.
Damn it, I knew you were going to say my name next. I think of all of the people, oh gosh, there are a lot. I don't know. It's been a long time since we encountered Fielding, but I feel like she had a thing for Fielding. And like that depth of knowledge, and seems to have like a whole grasp of the world that Kiona thinks that she will never be able to understand. You know what I mean? Like, so, outside of that, it was going to be Andrea Pantalonia, because she's just so chill and cool.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be her?
Foodle's seen another side of her.
Right? Kiona hasn't had that experience. So.
Nobody else has seen that. How about Darfin?
Darvin knows like almost exactly 0 of the people that the party has met or carries with them along the way. So this is a long walk, but the guy who was the sister of the ghost that haunts the house, Darvin knew him during the war.
Yeah,
and did
yeah.
have a great admiration for him. I don't remember his name.
I don't
Darvin
remember his
would,
name
I
off the
don't.
top of my head though.
Right.
But
That
Trella's
guy. Trella's
brother. Trella's
Mhm.
older
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
Whom she was duped by the Quori into believing that there was a spell that she could cast, a ritual she could perform to bring him back, and that ritual essentially led to her inadvertently ending her own life,
Trayfair.
drowning in the river. Trayfair, yeah, was her
Fair.
brother.
Full disclosure,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Darvin had a crush on him, but nothing happened because he was in love with that other lady.
Yeah,
And for
the
Afima,
crown. That other lady was the crown princess of the kingdom.
That
Um,
other lady.
Try to get between them, but, and for Afima, unsurprisingly, the answer would be Andrea Pantalonia because she digs her vibe.
Okay.
Andrea
All right.
Pantalonia is potentially the best
Wait,
NPC
what?
ever, and we need to
What?
we need to let Andrea and
Yeah.
yes.
Andrea.
Well,
Andrea, no. Pants, no.
Yeah.
That's the one I was
Andy
going for.
Pants.
Andy Pants, no.
Yeah.
That this character
Yeah.
has been an enduring love
Everybody
of everybody.
Everybody loves the Andy Pants character who sounds nothing like her.
Mhm.
Mazra.
Okay, mine monsters are gonna be weird as usual.
Okay.
And she would probably never tell anybody this, but it's kind of between two. I think one, grandfather, because
Yep. Grandfather.
he
Okay.
does what needs to be done and has the long game in mind. And even if he's a bit manipulative, he has plans for what he needs to be doing. And then this sounds really bad because I can't remember his name. And Collie, stop up your ears. But the innkeeper guy at the Rift.
Rezek.
Rezek.
Oh.
Rezek.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Man,
Wow.
He's another person who is living with difficult choices that he made, and is doing what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rezek is a really good one, Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very cool character.
Yes. She would never
Thank
tell
you.
Poodle that, but
Right, yeah.
All right. Goldjewel, do you have an answer? Oh, excellent.
Lita?
Right.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The only other Dragonborn either, like there have been
You know
no
what, you guys?
Dragonborn in this campaign.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
heard that
true.
answer. I am so sorry, leader.
Oh,
You have
okay.
been muted this whole
Oh, okay.
time.
Whoops.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness
Whoops.
gracious. I'm the worst.
Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Sorry,
Say that
leader,
again?
please.
Please,
Please repeat.
I was like, why can't I hear this?
Well, that's unfortunate. But well, I said is going to be Goldrill's mentor, Clotar. At least for NPC characters, I do think he admires Foodle a bit for his fun-loving nature.
Excellent. Yeah. Clotar actually was only in the very first session of this
Right?
campaign. And she disappeared during that session when she gave she bade Goldrill to take the emblem of their monastic order and escape with it, and he never saw her again. And speaking of that, we now begin with a flashback. Goldrill, you are wandering through the dense and wild forests of the Forbidden Territory. About a year before the current events of the game. You are tired and ragged. You had to spend every last scrap of silver you had just to pay the ship from Gurpok to smuggle you past the watchful eyes of the hegemony naval patrols, preventing any ships from approaching the moon coast. Now, short on supplies, you stagger blindly through the woods, wounded after some nasty encounters with some of the locals who our party has now encountered in previous sessions, cold and hungry. Just as you collapse from exhaustion, you become dimly aware of a pair of rough-looking boots that walk right up to where you lay on the ground and stop just inches from your face. A voice speaks to you from above. Looks like a stray lizard's wandered into my camp. What are you doing here, hatchling? You look up and see a middle-aged human man with graying auburn hair beneath a tattered, wide-brimmed hat. He wears a dirty brown cloak over his shoulders, patched in many places, that reveals a faint flash of orange cloth where it parts open. You somehow, Goldrill, remember seeing this man a very long time ago when you were indeed just a small hatchling. You were up one night wandering around the dark, still halls of the monastery outside of Blycross, looking for a little midnight snack that you could pilfer from the kitchens. That's when you came upon the slightly ajar door of your Master Clotar's study, where she was in deep conversation with this very man. A man who came to visit her wearing orange robes.
Who are you?
Oh, that's not nearly as interesting a question as who are you? I'm just a traveler.
My name's Goldrill.
Goldrill, Where do you come from?
I forget the answer.
I mean, you came from Blycross originally.
Blycross, right. Apologies. The memory's a bit hazy.
It's been a while.
I did remember that flashback, though.
The stranger looks you over, and his eyes fall on the holy symbol of Eldrigo that you wear around your neck. The one that Clotar gave you on the day Blycross was attacked by the goblins. He looks pensive for a moment. Then the traveler says, "You know what, hatchling? I'm feeling a bit parched. Fancy a trade? You look like you could use my water skin. Have you got anything to drink?
I think so. Oh, yes. You will pull out the flask that Lotar gave him at the very beginning.
The very first thing we did in this campaign was Goldrill being trained to pour out of that flask. So the traveler hands you his water skin, lets you take a deep drink out of it, and then when you offer the flask, he kind of puts up a hand and he pulls out a little clay cup from a pocket inside his robe and says, "Do me a favor and pour it for me."
And Goldrill will pour him some of the liquid.
And the stranger takes a drink, swirling it around in his mouth, savoring the deep flavor of the strange purple liquor on his tongue. And he swallows and smiles in satisfaction. He says, I knew the old girl wouldn't let me down. Come on, hatchling, let's go home. We have a lot of work to do." And then he helps you up, pulls one of your arms over his shoulders, and guides you back out of the woods. And now we return to the present time when our heroes arrive at least a year later to find Goldrill sitting on the stone pier with the old man, Halius Garon.
Goldrill.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Goldrill! Poodle runs up and gives Goldrill a hug if he'll accept.
Goldrill will accept the hug.
Goldrill, we missed you! Oh my goodness! I can't believe it's really you!
It's so good to
It's
see
been
you.
a while. How have you
Yeah.
all been?
Mostly good.
You'll notice that Kiona has 6 eyes and blue veins, and she's a cat now. Just
Kyoto's going through some stuff.
I see some things never change.
Yeah. She can do the ear wiggle thing though.
Mhm. And she'll wiggle her ears, but then she'll kind of look at Mr. Halius Garon, and she thinks she knows who he is because this was where she was told that he was in previous stories and iterations and things like that. It would only make sense that this is the person here. She'll defer though, and she'll say, "Goldrill, would you mind introducing us to your friend?"
Well, you've already met him.
I believe
This-
we've been told that, but
This is Halius Garon, or as you may know him, Gary.
Hello, friends. It has been so many lifetimes since I've seen you.
Yeah, you look different. Do I?
You look about the same, Foodle. A little bit shorter than I remember you.
How is this possible? I mean, you were like 7 or 8.
but the story the stories were before that. That place was different, right?
What ancestry is Gary?
Human.
Human, okay.
Human.
Okay, so he's not like 700 years old. He's like 70.
He looks like he's about 70 or 80.
Okay.
Time, in a manner of speaking, what we had been through, it does not follow the same rules as in our waking world. If indeed we are in a waking world.
Well, you seem awfully awake and you are known as the sleeper. So, I feel like we must be.
Goldrill, pinch me.
My reputation precedes me then.
Goldrill just gonna give you like a light smack in the back of the head.
Ow! No, we're awake.
Friends,
Poodle,
come sit.
you can feel pain in dreams. You know that, right?
I don't know if that's true.
It is, I assure you.
It? What kind of dreams do you have? Anyway, okay, Halius.
Iskander just gives Foodle a pat on the back. It's all right. It's all right, Foodle.
Darkin kind of
Friends.
hangs back because he doesn't know this guy, and he's kind of wondering if maybe... He doesn't know Goldrill either, so he's just kind of wondering if maybe he should meet everybody else later?
Please, all of you. Yes. Even you, Captain.
He'll
Sit.
come when he's called.
Enjoy a hot cup of tea with me.
Mazra is not drinking his tea.
Kiona will follow suit from Mazra. She will take the cue and not drink the
Goldrill
tea
will
as
take
well.
a sip.
Goldrill's probably been drinking the tea
Goldrill-
all day.
Goldrill knows all about the tea.
Yeah.
Goldrill, you could probably assure Mazur that the tea is safe.
No.
Goldrill's
Speaking of
just sitting there
things,
with his own little teacup, just taking sips as this is all going on.
speaking of things that never change, Mazra's looking at both Goldrill and Halias with just not hidden suspicion.
Instant suspicion.
Instant suspicion.
We're back.
We're
baby.
back.
Suspicion.
Darkin will drink the tea.
All right. It's just tea. And Kiona, you're a little bit surprised by that, given the original story of Halius Garon that you read, which seemed to strongly imply that when Attis Kaltor, that ancient scholar and sage, made the pilgrimage to visit the sleeper Halius Garon, the tea that he drank seemed to send him on some wild vision quest as described by the story. But when you drink the tea, it's just tea.
It's good tea.
Oh, yes. I've had a lifetime to perfect it. My young friend Goldrill has been a great help to me these past months. But I see that events are proceeding at a much quicker pace now that you're here. Enjoy this moment of respite while you can.
Harry, why are you here? Like, why have you been here this whole time? And why do we
You
need to
may-
enjoy the tea while we can? What does that mean?
You may call me Gary. I worked through my childish speech impediment some time ago.
Sorry, I feel terrible. I didn't know it was a speech. I thought that was your
That's
name.
right.
Gary, it's a pleasure.
It was a childhood nickname. My mother always called me Gary.
Oh.
You see, friends, I am as far as I can count, 30,000 years old.
Serpent chokes on the T a little bit when he says that number.
Some of the, grandfather is not that old. And he was the oldest of the Eldari. And I think grandfather was clocking in at about 10,000 or something like that.
Google doesn't know what that number means.
Goldrill's just sitting there sipping his tea unfazed.
Yeah, Goldrill's heard all of this.
Yeah, sure.
Completely normal Tuesday for him.
I am here, Foodle, because I am the only survivor of that terrible day when a burning mountain fell from the sky upon Dal Kalash.
We were there. Or
Wait, that
we saw
means you're not the only survivor.
But we weren't there. It was like a memory. I don't understand
Oh.
it. Why? It felt like we were there. And we prevented it, but it still happened somehow.
Yeah, I felt pain.
You did. We're back to this.
Just realized
We're back to this. Iskander is helpfully, every now and then gives Foodle a pat on the back to kind of just be like, shh, just let this one go. Just let this one go, Foodle. Yeah, let this one go. You mitigated, but did not prevent. Shall I tell you a story?
I don't know. The last time you told somebody a story, they didn't come out so great on the other side.
I am, unfortunately, as part of my curse, bound to tell of whatever story my visitors wish to hear.
Will your story curse us in Blech. Will your story curse... Why can't I say those words? Will your story curse us in turn?
Not in the same manner, no. Depends on your definition of a curse.
Like bad stuff.
Perhaps knowing things which are unpleasant to know might be considered by some a curse.
I think we've had more than enough of that.
Don't want the cycle to repeat.
Yes. Not in that sense.
Gary, are you
Certainly,
cursed?
certainly not knowing the nature of the cycle is not an effective way to prevent its repetition.
I guess you have a point there.
I am cursed, Foodle, and I was cursed from that day, every day until this one.
Poodle pulls out a potion from his backpack. It's like, I have a potion of remove curse.
Foodle.
Serpent will kind of push
You
the
are-
potion back towards him and say, Foodle, some curses are a little stronger than that kind of magic.
Oh.
So that he doesn't have to explain to Foodle.
Right. So Poodle puts it back.
This. You're every bit as kind and good-natured as I remember you, Foodle.
Oh.
I was born in Dal Kalash in its final years of life. The city was beautiful in its day, a perfect manifestation of its builder's every dream. Dal Kalash was the cradle of a great civilization, guided by prophets with whom the gods communed in their dreams, appropriately named dreamers. They spread across Gandhara, over the storm spires, and even across the great southern sea, building an empire of benevolence and enlightenment. In the 6th year of my life, I too began to have the dreams, and started my journey towards eventually becoming a dreamer myself. And that is when everything went wrong. Many of the dreamers began to experience horrible nightmares, twisted visions of past, present, future, and a sort of time beyond time that strained their minds to the breaking point. I too experienced some of these dreams. Thank you, Megan. Can always count on you. Increasingly, these dreams converged and were consumed by a singular vision of the end of Dal Kalash and the beginning of something terrifyingly beautiful, an age of calamity. As that fateful day approached, my dreams became more vivid, more frightening. The brewing nightmares experienced by the dreamers were soon mirrored in reality, as acts of violence and predation rose upon the citizens, among the citizens of the city. Worship of the gods became increasingly extreme and depraved, culminating in rituals of unspeakable cruelty that haunt me to this day. Some tried to leave the city. Those who were seen doing so were pursued. Those caught were dealt with by the city's maddened rulers very brutally and very publicly. My father was among them, as my family attempted to smuggle me out. Because I was a dreamer, and so young, it was deemed that my mother should be permitted to live. The holy day when the dream of Dal Kalash ended was a day that is forever seared in my memory. The city erupted in an orgy of violent self-destruction as the 6-starred constellation of the Hexarchy loomed in the twilight sky. At the very moment the sun disappeared below the western horizon, a second sun rose in the north, and he points a bony and shaking finger in the direction that you had just come. In the confusion as the citizens rioted, I was separated from my mother. And I ran and ran and ran as far away as I could, as the city devoured itself all around me by the light of a falling star. In desperation, I called out to the gods to spare me from the city's destruction. To my surprise, they answered. The 6 stars in the sky spoke to me. Me, just a scared little boy. They told me that they would spare me, but at a terrible cost that I did not then understand. This was my time to awaken from the dream of life, they told me. If I missed my time, there would never be another. I would live in this dream forever, doomed to witness the end of everything I knew in this world, and to tell the story of that day to everyone who visited these silent ruins. I wish I had never accepted their offer, but I was just a scared little boy. So I told the stars that I would do anything they wanted if they would only spare my life. They put me into a deep sleep, where I dreamt a dream that I've dreamed every night since that day, of a tavern sailing through the stars. When I awoke, I was on this stone pier at the edge of Pharos, the port of Dal-Kalash. The sun had risen on a new day, and Dal-Kalash was dead. Most of the city was obliterated by the falling star that struck just off the coast. What was left of the smoking ruins was as silent as lifeless as you see them now. Years passed, decades, centuries, millennia. My body grew old and frail, as you see now, but I could not die. I tried to awaken from the dream of life many times, by refusing to eat, refusing to drink. But I felt all the agonies of thirst and starvation, yet I could never die. So here I am, waiting for Attis Kaltor, waiting for Arusian, waiting for Shograz, and waiting for you.
Waiting for who?
Why, all of you. Certainly, Kiona, you understand that you bear a great role in this, but all of you are vital to what's to come next.
How do we stop it? How do we help you?
The Wayfarer knows.
Is the Wayfarer Attis?
No. But he has a plan.
He made the clocks.
It is your friends. And he places a frail and trembling hand on Goldrill's arm. It's your friends who will guide you to your final trial.
There are so many things. So many questions. What are the Quori? What about them?
Will learn.
To be able to face what is coming, you must all be able to prove yourselves. The trials ahead, if you wish to break the cycle, will test your body, your mind, your character to their absolute limits.
Sorry, I am like
It's a lot.
mind blown right now. So
More bomb.
I'm like looking through. So I did a search for Arusian. I mean, Pluto's like, wait, Arusian? Why
was
do we
the
need
guy.
him?
He was.
Why are you waiting for him? He seems like
No, he's
not
already
a
been
nice
and gone.
guy.
He's already been and gone, Foodle.
He's dead?
He got here before we did, but that's why he was doing the stuff that we caught him doing back there.
I don't think this is a
Oh.
question of morality, Poodle.
Well, what is it?
Did you send
guys are
Arusian
using
out?
a bunch of fancy words. I don't.
Did you
Imagine you're like talking to an 8-year-old. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that.
Talking, they're talking about
Iskander explains
fate.
it to Foodle.
They're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
fate, Foodle. They're talking about an outcome that has already been decided before you get a chance to make the decision for yourself.
Then
the
why do we
idea
have
that
to
no
go through
matter
the trial?
no matter what we do, the outcome will be the same, which frankly sounds like bullshit to me.
Agreed.
Did you send Arusian away from here?
As I've said, my doom is to tell of my wisdom to whomever comes.
Do you know what destroyed the city?
I have been an unwilling pawn of the Quori for millennia.
Was it them that sent the star?
It was.
How many died?
Millions.
And this wisdom of yours, does it include what role each of us is supposed to play in whatever's coming?
I cannot predict the future so much as know the ebb and flow of the last 30,000 years of history to be able to make an educated estimate.
Do you know anything more about the Quori themselves? Like, we don't know much about them, but there's gotta be a way. They're so powerful. If there's more than one of them, I don't know if we can defeat them.
And Gary will turn to Goldrill and put his hand on Goldrill's arm again and says, please, there will be all the time in the world after the trial.
What's the point of this?
The point of all of this is to break the cycle and to defeat the Quori once and for all.
Okay, I'm in.
To build something new here.
Can Mazra lean over to Foodle and whisper? He's gonna whisper in Foodle's ear. I need you to insight check this man. What do you see with your gnome eyes?
And Foodle sort of very uncharacteristically and sagely sort of nods and sort of looks Gary up and down and thinks back on the conversation. Insight check. That is 7 plus 9, 16.
Boodle, all you can see is a sweet little boy in the tavern. And how could he ever lie to you?
Boodle is going to give Mazra like, and then turn back to Gary. I'm in.
Iskander just like shoots a sidelong look at Darfin. Like,
Darfin,
these people.
Darfin kind of...
These guys.
Goldrill's just straight up looking at Foodle puzzled, like, what is he doing?
Darfin is just kind of used to that by now. He's been traveling with you guys for long enough now that he's just like, okay, this is default Foodle behavior.
Yeah.
Darfin will set down his empty tea mug and kind of look at this old man and say, please forgive me. I can see how, in the case of my friends, it seems as though their path has been leading them here for a long time. But I'm afraid I don't really see what role I'm meant to play in this. I don't even know a half of what you're talking about.
Darfin, you're probably here to save me.
Matilda is here too, right?
Halius
Matilda
Garon looks at Darfin and suddenly he like straightens up and he says, "Look, Wapata, after the trial, don't you understand?"
Does he actually?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Nobody gives you a look that indicates he wants to. Is Matilda with us right now? Is she back with the caravan? We left her.
Yes, she is. No,
she
she's
is with
you.
us.
She's with
she
you.
is with us.
Yeah, she's with you.
Okay, that's an interesting little.
Yeah.
It's just bringing this poor civilian with us.
Yeah.
He's just like carting her around. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
She's got 7
She's just lost all of her cleric class abilities. That's
Okay, so she still has like 70, 80 hit points or
She's
something.
still, yeah, and she has her
Nice
weapon
little meat
and tool
shield for us.
proficiencies.
God, don't
I
say
mean,
that, bro.
If Foodle does say you're probably meant
He
to
does.
save me,
That is exactly what he
Darfin
said.
will say, Foodle, I have never met anyone less in need of saving than you.
Kind
Excellent.
of true. What does this trial entail?
Oodle's like gobsmacked and just
I
like
would like an answer to my question before I agree to go through with this. I'm not the kind of person who blindly leaps.
no, we can
into
trust him. He's Gary.
things. It's not a matter
Questionable.
of trust, Foodle. It's just I would like to know why I'm here.
Oh, well.
In due time.
See, that's not an answer.
Divulging these secrets to one who is not proved worthy may lead to disaster. Much like Boromir possessing the One Ring.
Fuck is Boromir?
What? Who's
This is
Boromir?
now canon,
No.
apparently.
That is a story for a different time.
For another day.
Adema?
Ma's just like, look, you know how this prophecy crap is. You're not going to get any better answer out of him than that.
I don't see a reason to undergo this trial. Again, from what you've all told me, it seems clear that you've been walking this path since well before I met you. I'm not gonna claim that I understand even half of what's been talked about, but even having been dragged into the realm of a god and forced to confront basically my entire opinion on the universe, I have a hard time just saying, okay, I'll walk through that door if no one is even gonna give me a reason. I'm not asking for the secrets of the universe. I just want to know what I could possibly have to do with any of this.
The answer to that, truthfully, is obscure to me.
Convenient.
Insight check.
I merely know it to be true.
Roll that insight, Poodle. Roll a nat
What
20.
if-
I don't roll checks unless Ghost says I can.
What if I
Yeah.
give you?
Oh, yeah.
What if I give you $5 to help us?
Roll. It's 16. Literally a 7 plus. Oh god. Damn it.
Yeah, you don't have any reason to think why he might be lying.
I think he's telling the truth, Darfin. I think he doesn't know.
Yet he knows that we need to do this trial, and afterwards there'll be secrets. He'll know when we're finished, but he doesn't know now?
Darfin, this is gonna shock you, but there are things that I know need to be done, but I don't always know why. Maybe this is like one of those things.
Is Poodle trying to scold Darvin right?
No, Frudel's being genuine. Like, he's being like...
Darfin's gonna lean
So
down.
as Garon said, he does not predict the future. He only has information about the past.
Darfin's gonna lean down and just very frankly meet Foodle's gaze. And what you see in Darfin's eyes at that moment is a man who has seen shit in the past. And he says, Foodle, I have spent a large portion of my life being told to do things for the greater good and responding to that without question. And it only takes one time of listening to the wrong person to realize that sometimes even the best intentions can go wrong. Sometimes it's not enough to do something because someone tells you to. Sometimes you have to know. You have to believe in what you're doing, or you can't commit to it.
Well, I believe there ain't no other way to get forward from this, so I think we gotta do it. And if you don't want to, I understand that.
Darfin.
But I know I need to do this. Sorry.
Poodle becomes Darfin.
What I was gonna say before I fucked it all up is that Foodle doesn't ever break Darfin's gaze, and he says, "Darfin, you've been through a lot that I can't understand because I haven't lived the same stuff you have. I think Kiona's right. I think this is our best shot at stopping the Quori. And if there's a chance that that's possible, I'm gonna do whatever these trials are. So instead of taking orders to do the greater good from someone, what about a friend asking you for help? Somebody to watch his back. Or, I guess, my front. Because I'll probably be behind you, ideally.
You can tell
because you see, I'm a ranger and you're a tank.
I was thinking something a bit different.
Oh,
you can tell.
of course you were. Of course you were, Wolf.
I was not that. Come.
Poodle has a boyfriend. Thank you.
Look, we all know Poodle's the top.
All right, move on. Move on.
That's right.
Anyway,
Right, we haven't heard from
So-
Steve and Stefan in a long time.
who the fuck is Steve? You can tell that the words land. Like Foodle can tell that he chose the right words to say to Darfin. Darfin's not a man of faith, but Darfin is a man who will watch his friends' backs. And after a long moment of silence, he'll kind of sigh and he'll say, "How about beside you?"
Yeah. Thank you, Darfin.
guys
You really
haven't
are the
met
captain of the
me
Super
yet.
Guard. Probably.
You know what, Foodle? If you invent the Super Guard, I'll agree to captain it for you.
Maybe that's us. I mean, we were.
Confirmed.
Yeah, like we were, the Foodle points at Kiona and Mazra, like, we're maybe the discretionaries, but like, look at this, Goldrill's back! We've got Darfin, we've got High Priest Matilda, too, she's here, also Skander! Together, we are the Super Guard.
Darwin takes a flask out of his belt, opens it, pours some dark liquid into the teacup, closes the flask, puts it on his hip, and sips from the teacup.
To the Super Guard! And our Captain, Darfin.
You just kind of
Matilda just looks absolutely bewildered. and yet there's maybe a little bit of a hint in her eye that she's flattered to be part of the Super Guard, whatever it is. she's not sure what she's just been included in, but she's happy to be included.
Collie's making new groups left and right.
I mean, it works. It works. Okay, Gary. What do we do? Where do we go? Where's the trials? Is it the
And
tea?
Gary will turn to look at Goldrill, because this is Goldrill's time now. I've posted all that stuff in our chat there, leader, if you need any reference for what we talked about.
Yep, at this point, Goldrill will finally place down his teacup after just listening to all of this going on.
Goldrill.
Goldrill being like,
Literally,
these guys haven't
you
changed
can-
at
you
all.
can tell-
This is it.
You can tell that Goldrill has really grown
Right.
into his monastic traditions, because he's very patient through all of this.
The rest of us are still a fucking mess, falling over
I
each
know,
other,
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
figure it out. We're all just like in Goldrill
Yeah.
sitting there like,
Probably had 2 cups of tea during that whole
I
conversation.
mean, we've had a year and a half of nonstop trauma, so I mean, come
Right.
on.
Honestly.
Also, a day ago, Darfin had to ford a river 60 times to get a bunch of people across it. He's tired.
Yeah, he's had a day.
Mhm.
It's true. It's true.
All right.
Yeah, Goldrill will place down the teacup and he will stand up and he will point to a lighthouse in the distance. And he will tell you that we need to light the lighthouse. Very apt name. However, there is a slight problem.
Oh.
The cauldron in the lighthouse houses something of terrible power.
The cauldron.
These so-called tests is proving yourself worthy to it.
Oh.
It'll be a test
Did
of
we
your
just
strength, mind,
do that?
and character, as Gary mentioned.
What was that, Mazra?
What, Mazra?
She's thinking, I'm like, isn't that sort of what we did in the other lighthouse?
Yeah, and Varanasi.
There was another
What was the
lighthouse?
actual name of that place? I would just think Varanasi.
Vardani.
Vardani.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. It's
Because the city was basically Varanasi.
so fucking cool, though. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, the old lighthouse in Vardani.
Yeah. Wait, you're right. What if they're connected?
Likely.
Well, Goldrill, do you know anything about the like any details about the trials, or it's just we head in and hope for the best? Hope we're worthy.
What I've told you is, as far as I know,
All right. Well, if there's any doors, I say let's let Darfin handle it.
Doors?
Goldrill will smirk a little bit. I'm just gonna walk over and give you a little, little karate chop on the head.
Kiona,
One, but
Kiona will choke up a laugh back too, because
I'm sorry, Goldrill. I'm just so glad that you're back with us. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Oh, we
Goldrill will
missed
let out
you.
a little laugh, and he'll tell you all to follow him, and he will start leading you towards the lighthouse.
All right. Bye, Gary. Don't die before we come back. Well, I guess you're probably fine.
Gary kind of sighs a little bit and smiles. It was a little bit insensitive to tell a 30,000-year-old man who can't die. Don't die
Not
before
die.
we get
I
back.
was gonna say,
I guess. It's like
I
you
think
tell
Poodle will lean over
Poodle's
and
telling
start
somebody in a
turning.
wheelchair, "Oh no, don't get up." Like
I think as they turn, Darwin will
Freaking guy.
lean over to Poodle and just be like, Poodle, that might be a little bit of a sensitive subject for someone of that age.
Darfin, I just genuinely, I didn't want him to, and then I remembered, and I was like, now I'm an asshole,
Okay,
you know, like it's
let's
just.
go over.
Oh!
Let's go over here. Let's just walk over here.
Mazra, as they walk away, is looking at Gary, contemplating ways that she can kill him.
Kiona will probably be the last person to leave Gary, like to walk behind the group. And she might. I don't think she'll actually say anything to him, but she'll just stand there and look at him for a long time.
and
And then
he will
she'll-
reach out
Oh, go ahead.
and take Kiona's hand in his. He is waiting for you. Here. Complete this, and you will meet him.
She'll take a deep breath and let it out. And follow the group.
Right. And so, Goldrill, you lead your friends along the silent stone walkways of the port district of Pharos, one of the few surviving districts of denied bot.
Right.
One of the few surviving districts of the old city of Dal Kalash. this town was a sort of suburb of Dal Kalash, once its own community on the coast itself. It was, soon as Dal Kalash grew and spread, the sprawl ultimately enveloped Pharos, and it became part of the city itself. Some distance away from the pier, which, you were at the edge of the pier with Halius Garon at his little tent at the farthest point possible that he could get from the city out to the sea. Walking back in takes you a considerable amount of time. And then the lighthouse is located some distance on a jut of cliff poking out into the sea, just on the outskirts of Pharos. In fact, the ancient crumbling wall, which connects on one end to the lighthouse itself, was indeed the old limit of the original town of Pharos. Everything around you, utterly silent, still, lifeless as the grave. You see overgrown trees, lichens, vines, and weeds covering the buildings, poking up from the cracked and broken slabs of stone that were laid down to form the streets of this settlement. You expect birds, rodents, other animals to have made their homes here, but there's no sounds and no sign of animal life to speak of. The stone lighthouse, for all that it sounded to you like a similar situation to the old lighthouse in Vardani, is much smaller than the old lighthouse of Vardani. However, intriguingly, it is built in a similar design. So you see very interesting sort of cosmetic similarities between them, as if it's the same style of architecture. Or perhaps one is an imitation of the other, although you can't be sure which is which. You do remember that when the worshippers of Melikos left what is now the Forbidden Territory, who were survivors of this wider geographic region after the destruction of Dal Kalash, they left the Forbidden Territory, journeyed into what is now the Luxari hegemony, and founded Vardani. You remember that the old lighthouse was already there, marking a settlement that had previously existed on that spot. But once again, Dal Kalash was also a very old city, and so was Dal Kalash existing contemporaneously with whatever was before Vardani? You don't know. But in any case, there you go. A very similar looking lighthouse, although much smaller.
Mazra, it even looks the same. It's like foodle sized.
So there are
Hopefully an older version.
two big rusted iron doors at the entrance to the lighthouse.
Goldrill will walk up and open the doors.
Goldrill, for old time's sake.
Oh no!
I love that you just
Yes!
volunteered
You
to do
just
it.
took it.
That's amazing. I fucking love that.
I just love that you did this. I love that you did this. Please make a strength check.
All right.
Come on, nat 20. Come on.
Let's go.
15.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
However, that is a strength save, not
Yeah.
a strength check.
Oh, whoops. I clicked the wrong thing.
Click
been a
the
while.
actual stat. Yep,
Yeah.
it has been a while.
Yeah.
It has
That's
been
right.
a while.
Click on
Yeah.
just strength.
Just
That's
strength.
an easy
Yeah.
mistake to make.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do that too.
We do it like
Yeah.
once a session.
That's more like it.
Oh no.
Although we'll count the two. We'll count the two. So that would be
I mean, that is counting the 2.
that would be a 10. No.
Oh, okay.
No, that would be a
Like he's
10
doing
on
the
the
8
original roll.
plus the 10.
It would be a 10 on the
okay.
original.
Okay, I see. Okay.
And so, Gold Drill, man, you've had like a year and a half of training to show your friends what you're made of. You put your hands on the big rusted iron rings of the doors and you pull, and the doors sort of grind and creak and groan and slowly open with a strength roll of 10.
Boodle's like,
All of us were like back there silently praying, like
yeah.
watch him walk up to the door. Like, oh.
Is that what you spent the last year working on?
Goldrill's gonna roll his eyes. Just keep going.
Hell
But
yeah.
inside Goldrill's head, he's like, yes.
What you
But I
know?
would never admit it.
Amazing.
I've missed the Goldrill and Mazar interactions. Like,
Unimpressed Yoda. Yeah, later, get used to it, because we all deal with Mazra's unimpressedness. It's great.
yeah.
Who's
Um,
gonna follow?
I think
Yeah.
at this moment, Darfin, as they're like going through the door, Darfin will kind of pause and look at Goldrill and say, "I'm so sorry, but I don't feel that we've ever been properly introduced.
Hi.
My name is Darfin Philarlithariel, Darfin for short. I am a captain of the Knights Radiant,
Super guard.
not the Super Guard. I don't
What,
know
the Super
where
Guard
that came
too?
from.
Goldrill,
It's
you've heard of the
nice
Knights
to meet
Radiant.
you.
They are the militant order of the worship of Staravia, the Lady of Light. Basically paladins.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you say that, Goldrill will turn to you and kind of like go, "Oh, I apologize. Being in the presence of old acquaintances, I was a little too laid back and forgot to introduce myself. I'm Goldrill, and I'll extend a hand for a handshake."
Yeah, he'll shake Goldrill's hand, and he'll say, "Don't think nothing of it. It's been a hectic time, but if we are going to journey together, I thought we should at least know each other's names."
Fair point.
Speaking of which, do you know Iskander?
And Iskander will get in on that handshake as well. Iskander Blackfoot, resident historian and archaeologist at the Academy of History and Sciences in the Empire of Volcania. I've heard much about you.
Well, that is a pleasure to meet you as well. And hopefully it wasn't a bad thing. He'll kind
Oh,
of
no.
side-eye Mazra.
All good stories. There's one great story about the first time you really got into the alcohol. That was one of my favorites.
Goldrill will immediately full face palm.
And this is High Priest Matilda. Was that right?
How do you do? Yes, High Priest.
Goldrill will extend his hand to her as well.
I think that's it. Now we all know each other.
We all know each other now, yeah. Right, so Goldrill, you lead the group up a winding set of spiral stairs. There's only about 3 or 4 stories or so let's say 4 stories on this lighthouse, as opposed to the old lighthouse in Vardani being like 10 stories tall or something like that. Like it's more than double the height of this one. So 4 stories, you climb up the old stone lighthouse. Iskander is occasionally like looking at things, studying the masonry. He looks very impressed by the overall construction of this place and how the ancient residents, the builders of Dal Kalash, seemed to be capable of building construction and masonry to such an incredible degree that even people in modern times, 30,000 years later, have a hard time matching. You get to the top of the lighthouse, and it is it's basically iron sort of latticed windows all the way around, sort of like grating, decorative all the way around the circumference of the lighthouse. And in the center of the stone floor at the top of the lighthouse is a huge bronze basin, turned green and tarnished with age. There are coals in the basin, like a brazier, already set to go. It only needs to be lit.
I have to assume it's harder to light this thing than it looks. You said something about a cauldron?
That's it. The basin is the cauldron.
The basin is the cauldron.
Yes.
So what is the...
I spent entirely too much time last night looking up what you called the fire
the
basin
fire
of
part
an
of the-
ancient lighthouse.
cauldron.
Yeah. And like the Olympic torch, it's called a cauldron.
It's called a cauldron. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Spent
interesting.
entirely
I did
too
not
much
know
time.
Dude,
have
I've
no
done
idea.
that.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Raiders.
That's the story of my life, spending an hour trying to
Right.
find the right
Yeah.
word for
Right?
something
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
that you're
Yeah.
gonna say one time in a book.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've definitely
Yeah.
done that. Oh, my
I'll
God.
remember this forever.
There was one time, no word of a lie, it happened at Flutter's house because we were moving her in somewhere, and I literally spent a half an hour doing research to write one sentence, and she was like, "That's a gorgeous sentence," and I was like, "Thanks. I wish I hadn't had to spend half an hour writing it."
Mhm. All right. You have this before you. What do you do?
Well, I mean, simplest answer first, right?
Investigate.
Kiona will
Investigate.
firebolt it.
No. Can
She's
I
done it.
Can I roll to stop her?
No. You can roll your investigation, though.
Okay.
Let's say she does it while you're investigating.
Oh, you want to swap us to the? So people can see the-
Right. Yeah, that. Hold on, that's over here.
The roll 20.
Yeah.
The roll 20 rolls. Oh, look at that. On a roll of 26, you see this is a fairly simple and mundane, but very well constructed and sturdily constructed lighthouse. Indeed, this stone lighthouse has remained standing for 30 millennia. It's got to be well built. You notice that similar-ish to the Great Lighthouse in Vardani, the closer you look at the sort of metal lattice work that encloses this sort of open air floor around the cauldron, is actually wrought and fashioned into some sort of visual scenes. But you make a quick note to yourself that you're gonna have to investigate these scenes later, because your companions, the discretionaries, have discretioned, as they tend to do.
Fiona!
And your girlfriend Kiona has launched a firebolt at the cauldron.
Into the cauldron. She kind of
Into the cauldron.
tosses it right in
Yeah.
there with the coals.
Of course. Into the cauldron. Into the cauldron. And as your firebolt hits the coals, they spring to life in a tremendous gout of orange flame that sort of whoosh, kind of mushrooms up out of the cauldron. And it's been so long that the hydrocarbons and whatnot have built up, and the flames kind of lick the ceiling of the lighthouse a little bit, died down, and almost immediately the fire turns a pale blue. And Gold Drill,
Goldrill will look at the party and he will say, "Your trial starts now." And he will step into the fire.
What?
And as Goldrill steps into the fire, he grabs his robe in his hands and strips off the top of it down to his waist, tying the sleeves around his waist. You can see trails of luminous blue-white energy trace across his body. And as he kind of flexes his shoulders, 2 more arms sprout out from his sides, identical to his normal 2. He turns back to face the party
Is that normal?
and
Does he always do
glares
that?
with
No.
6 eyes that glow with a baleful blue light.
Golder.
Shoot
I
him,
am
Poodle.
going to
Shoot him.
switch
Poodle.
you
We didn't see
over.
you.
But it's gold. What?
Wait,
I don't care.
I'm gonna switch you
All the
over.
way.
Weren't we told not to kill the thing? Weren't we told to prove our character? Cool. Great.
There you go. That's a,
Execution.
there's
Extreme
a line
prejudice.
for you, Goldrill.
That's what you're doing.
I need everybody to please roll initiative. Hold on. Before you do, though, I need to open the turner. There, it's open. You can roll initiative. Goldrill, please, if you will.
Oh my god. You know
Those
what I didn't do
tears.
today, you guys?
Did you not cast mage armor?
I don't think I did when we appeared at the pier. I don't know when the last time I did
Let's
was. But I feel
Oh.
like I do have one less first level slot. I don't know when it was though. I don't know how many hours ago it was.
Hmm.
So I must have cast it at some point, but I don't know if it'd still be active.
Here's my fake initiative as usual.
Hmm.
Oh.
Wow, that's lucky.
Do
I'm
this.
glad that, yeah.
What? Okay.
I do this.
Oh, you guys won't be able to see it. Damn it! I rolled a nat 20
Oh, thank goodness.
for my actual. So
Right,
I
no
rolled a nat
kidding.
1 on here and a nat 20 in real. Like, oh my god, what a waste of a nat 20.
Ghost Pepper, I assume I
I
would be
need-
correct in assuming that we've been more than 8 hours since the last time I did mage armor.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna put tree root on the map, but only as actually. I'm just gonna do that. That's what I'm gonna do. There we go. You don't
You'll
see
have
him.
to add Jarfin because, as we've established, I can't. But he rolled a 10.
Okay. And let's add a turn. So the. There we go. Is that everybody?
I think so. Question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, Foodle, you're going to be up first. We are going to take a very quick 2 to 3 minute break. But before we do, you can use that 2 to 3 minute break to think about how you're going to approach this, because there's some interesting stuff going on here. Number one, there is, you immediately, instantly, as Goldrill's transformation, Goldrill undergoes this transformation, feel all magic around you has become dampened. There is a modified anti-magic field across the whole battlefield. All of your magic items are now mundane. Spells and magical effects do not work. Sorry, paladins. Kiona.
Is the paladin aura a magical effect?
Yes.
Yeah, this happened to Monster before. You basically just get fucked.
Oh yeah, it's like divine magic, right?
Gimbal Shot has lost its auto reload ability. We are going to give Gimbal Shot the loading function. I think it's called loading.
Yeah.
Which is like crossbows. Even if you have multi-attack, you can't shoot it more than once per turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. Goldrill has some buffs, which I will not be sharing with you. You'll have to find them out. And there may be some more interesting stuff coming down the pipe.
Quick question.
You said something to Kiona about
I also have a
Kiona, but you said
clarifying
to Kiona, but you didn't say the rest.
Kiona, all around the lighthouse, storm clouds gather.
No.
And how long is this one? Is this a long one? No, it's not. A chaos storm begins. You smell the rushing wind all around you, that burnt hair smell of the winds of chaos, as boiling and intermittently boiling and freezing rains fall, pelting the lighthouse. Rainbow, kaleidoscopic, multicolored bolts of lightning crack in the sky as luminescent clouds swirl around the lighthouse as if the lighthouse itself is the eye of this thunderstorm. Kiona, the one exception to the anti-magic field is that you can cast, you get to keep all your class abilities. Lucky you.
I have a question about the anti-magic field. Can we feel the edges of it, or as far as we know, it's just everywhere?
It's the whole battlefield.
Okay, that was what I wanted to know.
Yeah, it's the whole battlefield. I'm gonna take a real quick personal break
question.
to
Also,
refill my water.
Does that mean also that paladins can't use Divine Smite?
Yes, no Divine Smite.
And Darfin has the thing where whenever he hits with a melee attack, it automatically does Divine Smite damage. Does he still have that?
What is that? Is that a class feature?
Yes. Whenever you hit with a melee weapon attack, the target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. It doesn't take an action or anything, it just automatically happens. But it's because he's infused with, like, divine power.
No.
It doesn't work?
No.
Okay.
No.
I would know that.
Leader.
Do I have to adhere to the magic field as well?
No.
Yay.
You do not. Last thing is just to check your weapons. You may need to do some manual math on the fly, because most of you have like weapons that are like +1, +2, +3, whatever. You don't get those bonuses. So you take a look at your weapons. If it's a +1 weapon, just remember to subtract 1 from all of your attack and damage rolls. With that, I will be back in a couple minutes.
You just watched us all go. Just FYI.
Yeah. Oh god.
Nice little twist of events, eh?
Dude, what is this? Oh,
I've been
Ian, you feeling
cackling for
exhausted?
days waiting for this reveal.
Oh god, you bastard. Ian, oh, I'm so glad that you had fun. So what were you up to? Destiny 2? Hell yeah. Man, I heard they, I mean, this was like probably 3 to 6 months ago. They dropped like the final story chunk. So I don't know if that's what you're working on, but I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Nice. No magic. It's the town of Dirty Dancing. Yeah. What the fuck? This is like Footloose. This is bullshit. Oh wait, no. Dirty Dancing is different than Footloose. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Frick. Working on the aftermath of the. Oh, jeez, that's crazy. Leader, I'm so sorry. I was reading chat. What did you say?
Nothing. I was just talking about the reveal of you guys having to fight Goldrill.
Oh my
Just saying,
god,
I've been cackling about this plan for days.
dude,
waiting
this
for
is evil. Oh my god,
Okay.
I love it. Oh man, this is gonna be fun and terrifying.
I've never really thrown something this unfair at you guys.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've dealt with an anti-magic field before, have we? Well,
You
no,
have,
the beholder,
yeah.
right?
Yep, the beholder, and there
That's right.
was a there was one creature. If you remember, in the crystal mines before you went to
Mm.
the asteroid,
Mhm.
there were creatures that inhabited and like ate the crystals or something like that.
Yeah.
And one of those types had an anti-magic
That's
field.
right. Oh,
But it was a standard anti-magic field. This is a
no,
Dungeon Master special.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that Kiona still has her stuff because, like, man, she's Matilda at that point. Like, if she can't cast a spell, like,
Well,
God.
and you know, even a cleric with no like magic abilities has heavier weapon proficiencies, heavier armor proficiency, more HP than a sorcerer does.
Yeah, like at least they're like, you know, a half caster with half martial. You know, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ian. I hope we can kill evil Goldrill before he kills us.
Yeah. Good
right,
luck.
Flanger? Gosh.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
this is a payoff session. It's all payoff this session.
Dude, this has been an
I
amazing.
disagree.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
It's
well,
all
good
plot
thing you
payoff.
took-
It's not Dragon Horde, unless maybe there's a couple bucks
If we kill
in the
Goldrill,
basement for you.
we'll make lots of cash.
Yeah, that's right, dude. Good thing. Oh man, because you didn't know which way you were going. Were you going paladin or rogue? Good thing you went rogue, because sneak attack
Yeah,
dice,
right?
that's not magic. So
Uh,
thank goodness for that.
It's like Wolverine when all mutant powers get shut off, and he's like pulls out his claws. He's like, "Nothing mutant about these, bub."
Yeah.
Zap, zap.
Oh my goodness.
Question, last one, I promise.
Yep.
Hopefully this won't matter, but would Darfin's Undying Sentinel still trigger?
What is that?
Once per long rest, when you are reduced to 0 HP and not killed outright, you can choose to drop to 1 HP instead.
it's like Mazra's
What do you
Reminder.
what do you
like-
get that from?
It's
Is it
like-
a paladin level?
It's a paladin class feature, but it's like
Okay.
the unrelenting endurance that like the orcs
Yeah, I'm
have.
gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow that.
It
one.
doesn't say that it's
Yeah.
magical, but I wanted to clarify.
I think it could be interpreted as magical, but I'm gonna allow it.
Does Kiona's weapons Are they still magical?
No,
No.
nobody's weapons
Okay.
are magical.
Okay.
No.
And we can't, like, lay on hands won't work.
What you
either,
need,
because
Foodle?
that's also
Oh, you're
obviously
messing with your
magical.
camera. I was like,
Sorry,
Yeah,
just the camera. Sorry.
No, he was just having a good time. He was
oh,
dancing.
yeah, just having
Yeah,
a little
lay on-
rave.
Not focused.
Lay on hands doesn't work, okay.
Lay on hands does not work.
So
No.
basically, none of most
Healing
of what
potions.
Darpin can do
Healing
doesn't
potions
work.
will work. I'm
Oh,
gonna
Paladins
give you
get
that
shut
one.
down pretty
Because I
hard.
was
think-
about to ask, I was like, oh god,
Yeah.
the healing potion's not
yeah.
working.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
none of our class features. Darpin actually gets nerfed the hardest because Mazra actually can still sneak attack.
Mild Jackalope has a good point as well. Friendship is magical. You are no longer friends with each other.
Well, that makes this fight a lot easier then.
I mean, it was easy for Mazra. She was never friends with these people.
Fiona
was
just starts
originally
spraying
thinking-
shit everywhere.
Fiona
There's
pulls
about to
out
be
the nuke.
30 fireballs on the field.
Yeah. Fiona was originally thinking, how big is the room? Oh, it doesn't matter. I
Oh, it
cast
doesn't
fireball.
matter.
All right. All right. Since we're all here, Foodle, you may begin. You're up. And let me just change the music here. I have a special boss playlist. Here we go.
All right. And how big is Goldrill?
Goldrill is regular size. He's medium.
Okay.
He's just swole.
As pictured. Well, Poodle is gonna try something stupid, as he often does. And he's gonna, well, this is not the stupid part. Mazra told Foodle to shoot him, and so Foodle's like, okay!
Oh, no!
Foodle uses
Well.
a bonus action and one of his superiority die to launch a net at Goldrill. And I don't think a 17 is going to hit, so we're going to try to turn a possible miss into a hit. So 21 to hit.
That hits.
All right, Goldrill is restrained by the net.
Goldrill is restrained.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put that on the token.
Okay.
Do your thing.
And all right, let me get rid of a net regardless, right? And Foodle is going to pull out his elven longbow. Fuck it. You know what? We're gonna. We got one shot with gimbal shot, right? The first shot with gimbal shot. Now we do have to subtract because of the +1 weapon. So we got to subtract +1 to hit and +1 or -1 and -1 for hit and damage. So there
Okay.
we go.
Yeah. Set 22 is actually a 21.
Yes, and 22 damage.
All right. And as gimbal shot cracks, firing that bullet out. Hold on. It takes
Oh, yeah,
it takes
you got
way
something
too
for
long.
us.
There's too many clicks. There's too
I
many
know.
clicks.
Didn't he shoot his bow?
No,
No, he shot gimbal shot first.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. The bullet pierces into Goldrill's. Where were you aiming? So I don't think I can believe that you were aiming dead center on Goldrill.
Oh.
Like, I don't
I had-
believe that Foodle would like the first shot.
Oh,
This is just for flavor. This is just for flavor purposes. Like, what part
Mazra told Foodle Foodle was aiming at Goldrill's head. I mean,
oh man, oh man,
he's a sharpshooter. Like he just.
Yeah, so you hit Goldrill. It's close range. You hit him in the head. The bullet sort of pings a little bit. Doesn't do as much damage as you were expecting. Goldrill, you do not take 22 damage. You take 11 instead.
Fiona would jump because she's still looking at Goldrill, and when he fires, she's surprised. Like, oh my god, we're fighting Goldrill. Like, what the fuck? So she that will might even elicit a little gasp or a cry of surprise out of her. Like, oh.
Okay, so that was two attacks. Is that right?
So that was bonus action, and then one attack
Okay.
with his main action. So he's going to fire off 2 arrows that elven longbow that his friend Nelathria helped Foodle craft in the ancient forests around Luxare. It is a magical weapon for the purposes of overcoming resistance, but I don't think that matters. So anyway.
No.
But let's do 2 shots on Goldrill. Can't believe we're shooting Goldrill. What the fuck? Alright. That one's probably not going to hit. Let's try to turn that first shot into a hit, maybe? So superiority die. Oh yeah, that should do it. So it's a 24 to hit.
Yep.
And I'm gonna re-roll the damage. Where is it? It's worse. But I keep that damage, and then we'll use Colossus Slayer. So the damage.
Do you have to take the second?
Yes, I have
Like
to
the
take
reroll?
whave
Okay.
the re-roll. I have to take
Okay.
it. It's
You have
not
to take it,
whichever's
okay.
higher. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is 16 plus so 22. So 11.
11 again.
And then
Okay.
the 14 presumably misses.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And is Foodle going to action surge? Well, let's see what Goldrill can do first. Foodle's going to stay right where he is. And that's his
Alright.
turn.
Mazda, you're up.
Okay.
Goldrill on deck.
Can I clarify one more thing? I'm assuming that Darfin still gets the armor bonus from his armor, but he can't use its additional ability. Question mark.
Is it a magical armor bonus, like a +1 armor?
It just says you gain a +2 bonus to AC, which I think is just the plate armor bonus. And then it has an extra effect that I can use with my reaction. Let me check.
Sure.
What is the plate armor
Sure.
bonus?
Can you actually DM it to me? And we'll work that out in DMs, Megan,
Okay.
while Mazda takes
Since
her
it's,
turn.
I'm assuming she still gets the physical armor bonus.
Yep.
Okay. Do we know our magic isn't working? Like, we know that, right?
Yeah. You can tell that it's not working.
Alright.
Yeah, gimbal shot didn't reload.
All of the little buzziness that happens when you have magic around you stops. That's what it feels like for Kiona. It just, that little,
Yeah.
like, whatever. It's like not knowing that
Except
the
you're
air is
not-
on. Right, she doesn't have that.
You're not
issue,
experiencing that.
Right.
You are actually
I'm
kind of
just
experiencing
describing
the
it for
opposite.
other people to understand.
There's
what
a
I'm doing.
yeah. You're experiencing the opposite of that.
Right.
You're experiencing
It's
like
an
static
excess
in the air.
of magic for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Alright. She is going to stab. However, she's going to use, since our daggers, since the whatever isn't working, she's going to use her rapier. So that she'll have rapier in
Wait,
one hand.
you
and-
should have
what?
the special weapon. What is it? Darfin's old weapon. The crystal
Yeah, but
sword.
it doesn't work.
Oh yeah, because it's magic. Never mind.
Well, it's magic, but also it doesn't because it's not a finesse weapon. She can't use it for sneak attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that you have a advantage on any of your attacks because Goldrill's restrained by a net.
Oh, nice. Thank you. All right. So thankfully I do have this, and this is not magic, so it's not counted in there anyway. Oh, sorry. Ignore that.
What am I ignoring? The rapier
Oh, I
attack?
accidentally
Piercing.
rolled the. I
Oh, you
rolled
rolled
the
damage.
Damage first.
Okay. All right, Goldrill, 24 to hit.
That hits. Now, am I able to use reaction things? while
Yeah.
I'm-
Well, so you're restrained, So, I need to remember to always have that Roll20 conditions page
You
open.
get to react after I'm done or before I'm done?
It does not affect reactions. You can take reactions. Depends on what your reaction is, whether Mazda gets to finish. So what are you thinking of doing? And I'll tell you whether to wait or not. Yeah, let Mazda finish, because you still take damage from the attack.
Okay.
So let Mazda finish, and then we'll get into Wrath of the Storm.
Alright.
Please, Mazda.
Alright. Extra attack. That's unfortunate.
All right. That's not going to hit.
Alright.
So,
then...
Mazra, you are going to take 5 piercing damage from the first one. Because Mazra is a player character.
What?
What? Wait,
Sorry,
what?
what did you say?
Who's taking damage?
We always round in favor. We always round, not Mazra. Sorry, Goldrill.
That's what we were. That's why we were all like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah. Goldrill is a player character, so he is taking the 5 damage from that.
Is it 5? All right.
And then bonus.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Does a 21 hit?
21 hits. Yep.
Ah, shit. Such a bad roll.
9 plus 12 is 21, so you'll take 10 damage from that.
All right.
Is this tracking properly? I'm going to send you a quick DM, Goldrill. I'm just confirming whether something's tracking properly.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Mazra, anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's me.
All right, Goldrill. Goldrill used that Wrath of the Storm on Mazra. So Mazra, you need to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Goldrill, what is your spell save DC? It should be
ignore
on
that.
your spell,
Ignore that.
your spell tab of your
advantage.
character sheet, even though you don't really use that.
Yep. It is 17.
17. Okay. All right. Meets it, beats it. I don't think you get advantage on saving throws. Coming
Yeah, that was.
from...
Forgot to
Mazra
turn
has
it off.
inspiration.
That's
Yeah.
perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. So meets it, beats it. So you succeed at that saving throw. And so please, Goldrill, roll 2d8.
Wow.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Whoa!
No.
Oh,
Oh,
all right,
jeez.
Mazra.
That's something.
Please take 1 lightning damage.
I take no damage.
All right, no damage.
Oh my god.
All right.
All right, Goldrill, you're up.
I mean, technically the best time to roll 2 ones, because she wasn't going to take any damage anyway.
Leader. So nets, you can use an action to break it, or just I recommend using one of your attacks.
Let me get out in front of that.
Oh, okay. Oh, great.
Because
Okay.
The
Maybe there's
blue flames that are wreathing Goldrill, and no longer are the blue flames coming from the cauldron. They're in fact like Goldrill is the source of the flames. They simply burn away the net at the beginning of his turn. grappled, restrained conditions on Goldrill and automatically at the start of his turn.
That's cool. That's some monk shit right there.
That is not. That's me.
Oh god.
That's some DM demon
No.
shit.
Goldrill is
Like monk shit.
possessed. Like,
All right, Goldrill. You are no longer restrained.
Oh boy. What to do? What to do?
Mazda, you have inspiration thanks to the generosity of Bruce Campbell Soup.
oh, thank you, Bruce. I missed that. I appreciate
Thank
that.
you, Bruce.
Sorry, I have so many things I'm reading through.
Yep.
All good, friend.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, we come back from like a couple weeks off and have no idea what we're doing. You can't imagine coming back after like, what? It's been 2 years since you were like really seriously
Right?
here. So, like,
Yeah.
you know? Of course.
Alright. I am going to move a little
Oh,
closer
Up
to
attack.
the group.
you're gonna take an up attack from
Yeah,
Mazda, probably.
you well,
Ah.
Mazda may choose
To not.
to make an up attack against you.
Oh no, I'm doing it.
You're doing it? Okay. Make the attack.
Okay,
Do I
ba-ba-ba.
have a thing to get out of this?
I think it's just regular.
It's a regular attack. Does not hit.
Alright. Okay.
Alright, continue your action, please, Goldrill.
Alright, and I am going to use the spell Thunder Wave.
Oh no.
All
that
right.
doesn't sound good.
Alright, so please tell us what happens.
Just a second. I haven't used spells before, so
That's okay.
it's asking me. I'll just.
You can post it to chat.
Counter spell?
Oh, okay. That.
I don't know what level
Okay.
that spell is.
Yeah,
I would do it at level 3.
counter. It is a level 1. So, Goldrill, unless you can counter Kiona's counter spell, your spell is fizzled.
I can't let you do that.
I don't think I can.
Do you have counter spell?
Yeah. If you have the spell counterspell, then you can counterspell Kiona's counterspell.
I unfortunately do not have counterspell, so I cannot
All right,
counterspell counterspell.
that's fine. That still uses up the spell slot, Goldrill.
Alright.
Kiona, that uses up a spell slot for you.
Right, and I
Something-
rolled a 7.
Something very interesting happens, Kiona, when you cast counterspell. There is a flash of lightning and a peal of thunder, and you surge.
Fuck!
The other shoe drops anytime you cast a leveled spell or use any of your sorcerer class abilities. You surge.
I sent you a DM ghost.
Yep, I see it.
I know your answer.
I see it.
but-
Yep.
All right, I roll. So does surge work the same here? 2 rolls, you get to choose, or is it 1 roll and you don't get to choose?
Nope, you get to choose.
Oh, I'm gonna choose the first one. I rolled a 28 for my first one, which is for the next minute. All your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of a bonus action.
Ooh. Oh no!
The other option I will get to choose from is a
fucked up,
57.
Enjoy the
Any
charge.
flammable object you touch that isn't being warded or carried by another creature or person to flame. Obviously, we're taking the first one.
Yeah.
1 minute, baby!
Yeah. All right. All right. Goldrill, that was your move. Well, you only moved 1 space, so you can move some more if you want to.
Yes.
And we know how speedy Goldrill is.
That's some monk shit right there.
Do you have a bonus action that you want to use?
Well, if I'm interpreting this correctly, I still have an attack. I think, unless that means I have to attack.
Which are you talking about? Like extra attack?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Okay, so
Thunderwave
you
is an
need to
action.
use your action to attack. So if you use your action to cast a spell, you don't get an additional attack. This just means when you use your action to attack, you get extra attacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes sense.
But you have a bonus action if you have anything that you can do with a bonus action.
Yeah.
I need to learn what these things do.
One thing that would be really handy is if somebody made a list of bonus actions that every class could do.
D&D Beyond does actually do that. You can click on bonus action. You can click on actions.
That's true.
And
No,
it will show
That's
you,
true.
and you can click on bonus actions.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is very
None of
nice.
mine
Alright.
work right now, mostly.
Yeah.
But I can see
Roll
what they
20.
are.
Roll
I
20 does not do
will,
that, sadly.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
will use a bonus action
All right.
to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. All right.
So you might need to.
I'm allowing
I'm
it.
ruling on this. Okay.
I'm allowing it.
Because technically you cast.
This is a
first
special-
spell, so
Yeah, this is a special
I'm
circumstance. This is a special
just
battle.
letting you know.
Yep. Yep. All right. +2 armor class. So your armor class is now, you know what it is.
Yep.
You know.
Oh no, I don't like that.
I don't want to be
Anything-
next in the initiative order. I don't.
Anything else, Goldrill?
I think Goldrill will reposition very fast.
Okay.
So I went 1 squares. If I go past someone, but I don't like leave that like the squares right next to them, they still get op attack.
Yeah, it's
if
only when you
their
leave their
range.
threat range. Their
Okay.
melee threat range.
I'm going to reposition on the other side of Mazra, and then
Okay.
I believe that is the end of my turn.
All right. Darfin with Kiona on deck.
Alright, so Darfin is gonna look around a little bit confused and just be like, to clarify, we're attempting to kill your friend? Question
Try not
mark?
to make it lethal.
Yes. Kill.
Me. That was 2 different answers. Darfin is
I
going
love it.
to draw
Poodle's like, "What?"
one of his long swords. Oh my god. This is movement speed. Drain empty. Alright. So he can get over here, which will give him advantage on his attacks. And he's gonna try and slice. And I guess I get advantage on that. Cool. Cool beans.
You do not get advantage.
But I rolled a nat 20.
Okay. On your first
And
one?
I don't know which I rolled them at the same time. Can I please use my
Keep
nat
it.
20?
Keep it, but you don't get advantage.
I'll
As
use
you
the other die as the second attack.
as you are hacking and slashing, you know in Gladiator when Emperor Commodus at the beginning is just like he's got 3 guys swinging at him and he's just fending them all off. That's Goldrill right now. He seems to
Okay.
somehow know your moves. He has like eyes in the back of his head, which is in fact the powerful Korai spirit inhabiting his body is basically Jediing him, feeding him sensory data for what's going on around him.
So since I don't get advantage, the second attack will be... I'll use the second roll for the second attack, so that will be... 19 on the second roll. To hit.
Oh, sorry, that does not hit.
Okay, and I may as well roll the third attack. He will offhands with his other hand for the bonus action, and because he has 2-weapon fighting, he gets all of his bonuses for it. But that's lower, so only the nat 20 is gonna hit, and it's only the weapon damage, so it's gonna be 18 plus 1 additional D. No, it'll be an 8 because he's wielding two-handed, so it'll be 16 plus 1 additional D8. Math! So that's 19 damage, which
which is halved. Yep. So that is 9. Right. Is that your turn, Darfin?
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
All right. It's a crit.
It was pretty lame.
It's a crit. It's been a long time since a crit has done 9 damage at the end of it, but that's anti-magic field for you. And DR as a consequence. Kiona. With Foodle on deck.
Okay, so to clarify, bonus action for full cast spells, but also still can only do 1 level spell per turn, correct? Or does that change that?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But remember, you still get your action, so even though you can't cast another spell, you could do an action.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to cast Mage Armor. I'm gonna have to. Like, I feel like I
will tell you, if you combo this with Quicken Spell, I will allow you to cheat it. Like having this ability plus
Ghost
Quicken
Pepper,
Spell, I will allow you to do it.
Telling me to use Quicken Spell, but I don't have it, so it's fine.
Oh shoot.
I have Twin Spell,
no.
so maybe I could give Mage Armor to somebody else too, but like I just...
That's up to you.
Okay, well,
That's up to you.
I mean, that doesn't work like that, does it? Mage Armor is only yourself, right? Oh, a willing creature who isn't wearing armor. I didn't realize it was somebody else too, but everybody here's wearing armor, so it doesn't matter.
Who isn't
anyway,
wearing armor, yeah.
She's going to Mage Armor herself because she feels like everybody will be mad at her if she doesn't, at this point, do that as a bonus action. And I guess she's gonna surge because of it. Oh, sorry, Foodle! 53. Hold on, we'll see what that did. Where did it go? Ah! Where's my table? I have so many windows open. Okay. 53 is you are immune to being intoxicated by alcohol for the next 5d6 days. Which would be funny.
Roll it. Roll it.
That's pretty
hold
great.
on. Or it would be a 10 plus a 7 means 70, right? So that means she could change race.
No, if it's 10, like 10 on the
10 on a percentile die, so it's 17 then, right?
Plus 7 is 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, because there's a 0, 0. Never mind. Okay. 17, you grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode out from your face. So,
please.
Either immune to getting drunk or feathers on her face. We are tabaxi. I don't think that the feathers would be... I think immune to getting drunk is funnier because of the gold roll situation.
All right. Excellent.
5d6 days. Hold
why
on.
Don't you
5d6.
Why don't you finish your turn?
Okay.
And then roll the 5d6 after.
I already did it. Sorry.
You already did it. 13 days.
Okay.
Moving on.
And then Kiona will move over to 5, 10, 15, 20, and she is within 10 feet of Goldrill here. Yeah.
Yep.
She will whip out Eldrigo's Bite.
Mm.
And
How ironic.
yeah, and that's the wrong page. And she will use that. Too many windows open against Goldrill. Obviously, its magic of properties wouldn't be, so it would just be damage, right?
Yep. I forgot to roll an initiative for Iskander. He's just so taken aback by what's going on. It's like, what?
He forgot to join the fight.
Yeah. Normally I don't participate in that capacity. Alright.
That you don't have to do the save because that is not a thing, but a 12 won't hit anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It didn't work,
Alright.
so she'll back off a couple feet just because she doesn't want to be that close. Goldrill, you can't reach 10 feet, correct?
What? Just with like unarmed?
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that.
All right, well she
Don't
backed
tell her
off,
that.
so there you go.
If you have
You
a reach
can
of 10
reach
feet
10
with any of
feet.
your attacks,
You have
I
an
don't
off
think
attack.
you do though.
Ghost
Yeah.
is like the lawyer. My client will not be answering.
My
that
client
question.
will not be.
I just
no.
wanted to know if he was gonna up attack me when I moved away. That's all.
Don't answer that
That's up to you.
question, client.
And that will be Kiona's turn.
All right. Goldrill, kindly heal 32 hit points as the spirit inside you transfers some life force to you. You see the flames wreathing around Goldrill's body die down a little bit as his wounds heal themselves.
Kiona will make a silent plea. Adelotti, what do we do?
I don't know. Adelie's just inside your head, like freaking out. I don't know what to do. Oh my God! What is this?
What's going on inside of Kiona's head every time we have this kind of
The two of them are just screaming. How many players do we have on the field? 5. All right. The Korai spirit inside Goldrill acts through his body as 2 daggers of psionic energy kind of like shoom shoom out of his forehead. Blue-white colored psionic energy crackling through the air as they lance toward who's second in the initiative order? Mazra and Iskander. Mazra and Iskander. And so that is so Mazra, that is a 17 to hit. Iskander is a 16 to hit. The 17 hit Mazra. Remember, any magical bonuses to your armor class are inert.
Let me see. Well, on my thing, it says that I get the AC bonus even if I'm not attuned to it. So I assume I get it because it's not, the AC is not magical because it's half plate.
No. Oh, no.
What?
No. What's the plate? Do you have a? Are you able to
We just
output it
went
to
through
chat?
this with Darfin's armor.
It's half plate.
Yeah.
So the
It's half
AC
You
plate.
only get the
is
half,
not
the half
magical.
plate. But you only get the half plate armor bonus if it gives you an extra plus to it. You don't get that.
Yeah,
So the half plate. So the half plate is 15 plus dexterity modifier to a maximum
so
of 2, so it's maximum
so-
17.
No, it's more than
So-
that because her dex mod's higher than that.
No, but with half plate, the maximum dex mod is +2. Because it's medium armor.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
not how I've been calculating it, but okay.
Shoot. We'll look at that later. So the
right.
maximum AC you can have is 17. It rolled a 17, so it is
Right.
going to hit on you. It's gonna be like, hey, how you doing? You are gonna take. That is not the right one. You're gonna take 12 damage. Psychic damage.
Okay.
Alright. And as all of that happens, Darfin, your vision goes black.
Why? Okay, great.
You
Cool.
find yourself suddenly standing not at the stone lighthouse, but floating in a void of a field of stars. You hear a disembodied voice speaking in your head. I can bring them back. I can bring them all back. All you need to do is leave the priestess to her fate. That sad lapdog of a god you know never existed in the first place. Who are you to stand in the way of self-deluded fools? Just leave her to her fate, and I will restore you to everyone you have lost. When you open your eyes, you are back in the prison in Lysantia. You see Yashara transformed into the hideous, six-eyed, long-clawed, fanged creature facing down Matilda. What do you do? You get to act. You get to either intervene, and come to Matilda's aid as you did once before, or you can take the voice up on its offer.
Darfin will think about all the people he's lost, and the list is considerably long. And he feels the solid weight of both swords in his hands, because they may have been different swords back then, but there were always two. And he clenches his teeth and says, "The dead are gone. Let them rest." And he just throws himself between the beast and Matilda, and he just thrusts with his sword.
Alright, as you thrust with your sword, it's not the claws of the Quori that you strike, but Goldrill's hand sort of doing the monk, two of his four hands now doing the monk, like, boom, catching your sword, just for flavor, and you are back at the lighthouse. Friends, if we're going to get through this tonight, we're going to need to speed up this combat. Please have a plan when it comes around to your turn. Foodle, you're up. Mazza, you're on deck.
Alright, Foodle runs forward a little bit, 15 feet. And he fires another net as a bonus action and a superiority die at Goldrill. I mean, that'll hit.
Critical net.
There we go. Wait, that should have been an advantage. Oh, sorry. Anyway.
That's okay. It was the first one.
Yeah.
You are restrained, Goldrill.
These nets don't happen to count as missiles, do they?
They,
Yeah. I think they should.
Well, if Ghost thinks they
Well,
should, then they.
Well, but your arrow catching ability like reduces the amount of damage they deal.
This thing doesn't deal any damage.
It doesn't deal damage, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to the net. Bullets from gimbal shot do count,
Or arrows, right?
or arrows.
Okay.
Yeah, from his bow.
All right.
All right. So Foodle is going to fire the Elven Longbow 3 times at Goldrill. That's not gonna hit. Oh, it might.
That's a hit.
And then that.
Remember, you have a AC bonus, Goldrill.
Yeah, and if these are all arrows.
Ah. Yes.
Maybe I shouldn't have done
Well, I know we said reactions. Would I still be able to use this?
Yes, because
internet?
react. Yeah,
I was
Yeah,
just thinking, like, realistically, how would I actually do that? But if the game mechanics,
you're in a
say
net.
so, I'll do
The
it.
net. Yeah, the net is not
Yeah.
completely tying you down.
All right, then. Thank you, my enemy. I will go ahead and flex pistols.
Dude, I want you to have fun.
Alright.
Okay, so on that first one, oh god, all right.
So Goldrill, you are rolling 1d10, and you're adding your dexterity modifier and your monk level.
Bro, that's gonna be no damage. Oh my god. Oh no.
What D10? $23.
Okay. 23.
Right.
So you have caught that arrow out of the air. If you want to spend a key point, you can throw it at somebody.
And just keep in mind, it is still at disadvantage if you do spend the key point.
It will be at disadvantage if you choose to throw that.
Why not? I'll spend a
Right?
key point
I mean,
and
how
launch
many
it right
times do you
back
get
at
through,
you?
right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what you should do, by the way. Hell yeah.
All right.
Just catch it,
So-
immediately flip it around like with two fingers and just whip it at you.
What? Goldo, no!
Amazing. Goldrill, I'm gonna look at your character sheet because you might already have a ranged attack set up that you could just use.
I have a crossbow.
Yeah, fire with your crossbow because you fire with your crossbow.
You said disadvantage?
So so toggle the disadvantage on your sheet, and then just click the crossbow under your attacks and spell casting.
22.
22. Oh yeah. Take 4
Damn,
piercing
look at
damage, please, Foodle.
Hell yeah.
All right. Foodle, you rolled a 23. Does that hit, Goldrill?
Yes.
That hits? Okay. So you will take the 22 piercing damage, halved down to 11.
And then Foodle's going to use his action surge and fire 3 more arrows at Goldrill.
These are all at advantage, yes, because he's...
Yeah, that's
Right
why
now.
I'm doing it, because I'm like, man, I don't know if I can land another net. I gotta do it now.
Okay. Oh, God.
There we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So that's 20 plus 16? Right?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. So,
And
20, so
then-
36, which is 15, 16, 17, 18 damage, Goldrill.
And then we're gonna throw a superiority die on that. Well, actually, Ghost, how does it work? Because I know, like, some stuff in your system counts for the crit damage, like smites and stuff, but I don't know if, like, Colossus Slayer and superiority, like maneuvers and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
That was.
I don't know.
Only count for max if you double the die and you don't double your superiority die on a crit.
Yeah.
Is how I would rule it if it was me.
Yeah. No, I think just roll it all. I think just roll it. Count it all. Count it all.
Okay, so
Because technically, sneak attack and smite aren't supposed to crit either, but they do.
right, like it's all
Because-
part of the
but
same
there are
attack.
Because
some things
screw
that
you, Jeremy.
specify- Like with Savage Attacker, you don't roll it. You don't double it. So it's like you double the damage die, and I don't think. I don't know how superiority die work.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what? With superior, double
whatever you
Colossus Slayer, don't double the superiority die just because of the fact that superiority dice deal like the damage is not the primary roll. The primary roll is like an effect. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Okay, so
Well,
it's
Don't you also add the superiority die to the attack?
Depends
Well, I
on
haven't
the
used
superiority
one.
die.
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
on the superiority die.
Yeah.
And like there's no reason to use the superiority die on a
Yeah.
crit if I'm not gonna maximize it as well, because like
Yeah.
there's nothing that I can do to Gold Drill that's gonna matter. So I'm just gonna save the superiority dice in case we need them. And so that is 36 plus 11, so 47 damage on the crit.
All told, 47.
Yeah.
So that is what 46 divided by 2 is 23. All told.
23.
Oh my god, another crit.
God.
Another crit.
That's huge. I don't have Colossus Slayer anymore though. We're gonna re-roll the. I mean, they're both 17, so one of those, and then I have to keep it. Whatever it is. Oh, sorry, 3 17s. All right, so 17 damage halved, and then 17 plus 16. Oh god. So that's 27 plus 6 is 34?
Okay.
No, 33.
33. Okay, so 17 halved is 8.
Yeah. And then 33 halved is 16, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dude, I don't think Foodle's ever gotten 2 crits on the same
No,
turn.
this is crazy.
Oh my god. Actually, technically he got 3 because the net was a crit. Like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will never see that ever again.
right.
That is Foodle's turn. He's gonna
Okay.
scoot back here, I guess.
Mazra.
Is drinking potions that bonus action or an action?
Bonus action. If you're drinking a healing pot, it is. No? What kind of potion are you drinking?
I have in my possession a potion of psychic resistance.
I'm gonna allow it.
Okay.
I'm gonna allow it. Yeah.
A potion of
Alright.
what?
Psychic
resistance.
We bought them for whatever and we didn't use them.
Yeah. All right. Bonus action. Down a potion of psychic
Bleh.
resistance. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing for your action?
Stab.
Stabbing. Okay. Stab away.
Yeah. All right. Is he he's still netted?
He's still netted.
All right. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
28's gonna hit.
All right.
Who's that? Who's playing around down there?
Gosh, my rolls are so
Somebody is somebody
All right.
put in like ghosts on the field.
That's me. That's all
So
for me.
that is 13 plus 9 is 22 plus another 6 is 28. Halved is 14. Goldro.
Right.
And Goldrill, at the beginning of the turn, the net burns away again by the flames. Once again, the flames ebb down. I would like you to heal 70 hit points. The flames die down much more considerably this time. And I am going to... Alright. Here we go. Here we go. This is where I've had enough of you guys. Perfect. Everybody needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 21, Goldrill exempted, as a swarm of spectral eyes, much like the Hexarchy constellation, the six stars arranged like the Korai eyes, fills a sphere, basically fills up this whole area of the lighthouse. You need to make a DC 21 Wisdom saving throw. Please make your saving throws now.
All right.
Everybody except Goldrill.
Does Gnomish
No way.
Cunning
Keep
apply?
your Gnomish Cunning. What is Gnomish Cunning again,
I
specifically?
posted it in the chat. In
Okay.
Roll20. Sorry. I can read it.
You
Sorry.
can keep your yes, it does.
Okay.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
It does
Okay.
not.
That's
No.
why I wanted to check.
Yep. All right, you can keep your results to yourself. Just know your result. If you rolled under 21, you take 38 psychic damage. Mazo, you are now resistant to it, so that's halved automatically,
Nice.
even though you failed.
Oh, good choice.
You are also, if you failed this save, you are blinded for 1 minute. You get to remake your saving throw each minute.
But
Can
Fiona's
somebody
gonna be
tell
blinded
me-
for the duration of the fight, you guys. She can't save this unless
Do
she does it
we-
and does a luck die or a whatever die. Yeah, she's fucked.
Does I can't get it to show me the breakdown. Does D&D Beyond automatically add my aura to my? It must. Does it?
I don't
can't.
know.
It should.
I don't know. It should be a simple matter of your wisdom ability score and your proficiency if you have proficiency with wisdom saving throws.
Rai said it
Do you
does
have
add it.
proficiency? Okay, so
Okay.
my proficiency is what?
5.
Plus 5.
Proficiency should be 5.
Okay, so I missed
Plus-
it by 1 then.
Okay.
I only rolled a 20.
So 38 damage, and you are blinded for 1 minute unless you can make your saving throw.
I'm useless anyway, so
Half damage and no blinding if you rolled 21 or over.
38 damage.
38 damage.
So 19.
Yeah.
Oh, dude! Thank God for Indomitable. I rolled a 3, and I was like,
Hmm.
God.
And Mazra,
What?
your vision goes black.
It's already black. I'm blinded.
Yeah. Your vision goes
Extra
even
black.
blacker.
Vanta black.
Extra.
Black is black.
Yeah, it goes
Is
like
black?
that Vanta black or whatever.
Blacker than
Yeah.
the blackest
Deepest black that there ever
Yeah,
was.
blacker than a blast. Blackest black. You see Musta Krakish, the lake troll. No. You are also floating through a vast sea of stars against a dark void. you hear the same voice Darfin heard, although you don't know Darfin heard that voice.
Your father was a sniveling weakling who let people walk all over him his entire life. It is why your mother left, and you should have too. If you had, you would have been able to save her from being captured by the Bloodfoot. But it's not too late. Forsake his memory, and I will give you the power to save your mother. What will he know of it if you spit on his grave? You don't believe there's anything left of us after we pass from this life, do you?
And you see 2 portals open up to you. One is your mother and father bidding each other farewell for what they believed would be a short time, but you now know is permanent. The other portal, you see your friends fighting against the transformed Goldrill. Which do you choose?
Which is the FU to the voice portal?
I'm not going to tell you that. You have to decide.
Oh no, don't say that, because this is like the bad dialogue in an RPG, and you pick one and it's the wrong thing. I guess my friend's fighting the Goldrill.
All right.
Yes.
And you...
Yes.
Thanks for the level of commitment you're giving to save our lives.
Who is now blind?
And it's interesting that you see this before you, because as soon as you step back through the portal, you kind of feel like you're back there because you feel like the hard stone beneath your feet, but you can't see anything because you're blinded.
As she before she leaves space, she just screams, fuck you into the void.
All right. Goldrill, it is your turn.
Because they are blinded, do they get op attack on me? If I were to move?
No.
For an op attack, you have to be able to see them.
Disadvantage, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, rules is
No.
written. You have to be
You
able
have
to
to be able to see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
everything. Jesus.
Is
Well,
Darfin blinded? Yes, he is. Okay.
Yeah, Darvin
I think everyone
literally do
is.
nothing right now. He's the
Who-
most
who's-
useless person here.
Who is blinded?
We're gonna put like a little closed eye token.
I put
on
the
token or
little,
symbol.
yeah, that's the, I put a different one, but
Oh yeah,
it
I
has,
forgot
like, more
to
than
I forgot to
eye
do
on it.
one for Iskander. Am I gonna
I picked
remember
the one
to
that
play
looked like a
Iskander
core
at
eye with
all?
a bleeding eye.
Iskander is also blinded, and also took. That is the HP is not tracking properly. Of course, roll 20, please.
No!
So is Foodle the only one who's not blind right now?
He's the only one! Because
That
of
is-
Indomitable!
Alright.
What the
That is
fuck?
really unfortunate for you.
Oh, God.
All right.
He wasn't gonna be able to do anything even if he could see, let's be honest.
Goldrill, you're up.
Goldrill will kind of notice that the people next to him go kind of hazy-eyed, and he's going to take that opportunity to make a dash over for Mr. Foodle. And I am going to just start punching the hell out of him.
All right.
I don't know which order to do this because I have a lot of things that give me a lot of attacks.
All right. Do them in any order.
Alright, I'm just gonna put the ones I know. Extra attack. And I was also going to use. I don't have it on an actual thing I can do, so let's do that.
Okay. All right. So make all the rolls you need to roll.
Alright. There's just a lot of wording to it, so I want to make sure I'm not like doing way more attacks than I'm supposed to be doing here.
Yep. Yeah.
So I can do. Well, do at least one. I'm gonna start with one unarmed attack.
I believe you can do 4, but maybe you have more than that. I don't know. Because like 2
yeah,
for
we
your
have
attack and then
2
2 for your blows.
Yeah.
So extra attack allows me to attack twice, so I will do that.
Yep. Let me just
Both
make sure you
attack.
don't get another extra attack.
Yeah, that I don't know, because like do monks as
So
they
I
level up,
attack
they
and then
get
extra
another?
attack, and then as part of the martial arts thing, when I make an unarmed attack, okay, I can make.
You only get 1 extra attack, so that's 2. Plus your martial arts is another 1 as a bonus action.
But
Plus
I'm
your
going to
flurry of
I'm going to
blows.
spend the key point, which lets me make 2 more unarmed attacks. Ooh.
The 24.
And
Okay.
then my final one will be the bonus. And that
Okay,
is
so
Wow.
flurry of blows and martial arts both take a bonus action. I'm gonna assume you don't have 2 bonus actions.
Okay, I misread that. Yeah,
So,
well, they were both
yeah.
that ones anyway. So it's
Okay,
You rolled
So
2
let's knock-
twos and
let's knock
2
one of those. Yeah, that hurts.
Look,
All right, well,
no.
24.
I am sorry.
24.
Fine.
I
Noodle.
got you. I got you
You're gonna-
once.
Hit. Oh yeah, 24 will hit. Oh my god.
All right. So, Goldrill coming in like a freight train, with all of Foodle's friends just groping about. Raining blows on you. Foodle, you manage to nimbly dodge most of them, but he tags you across the jaw with one of his flaming fists.
I guess that's only fair. Ah!
All right. Goldrill, is that your turn? That was move, action, and bonus action, so I think that's it.
I think so. Yeah.
Wait, you're
Alright.
not gonna stunning strike Foodle? He's the only one who can see.
That is true. I don't.
give him
Does that
ideas.
cost a bonus action?
I don't think it costs anything except key.
Yeah.
Come on,
Right.
Goldrill.
All right. Thank you for reminding
You're
me.
welcome.
There it
You're
goes.
welcome. I got
That
you,
is
man. I
that is
got
a
you.
that is an
Constitution
attempt
saving throw
Oh, good. Foodle's great at those.
against your spell save DC, Goldrill.
Which is better than mine, by the way.
Alright. Yep. 17.
All right.
That
well,
doesn't look good.
that's an 8. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try. So Foodle has a second Indomitable because I leveled up to 13 fighter.
Hmm.
What do I need? 17? Jesus. That is a 17 on the die, plus or minus? Plus 1. 18. Dude, what is
Oh.
this Indomitable?
Oh,
Okay.
tried.
All right. All right.
Oh,
No,
God.
him
fine,
being
I forgot.
stunned would have been very bad for him.
Oh,
That would have been
geez.
very
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
You could have basically taken him out on the next
Yeah,
turn.
seriously.
Uh, yeah.
I like how Kali was essentially like, kill me.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
the leader does. I mean, he hasn't played.
Well, I mean,
D&D in ages,
it's Fudo.
right?
Like, if Fudo was stunned and the rest of the party's blind, that's like just TPK all of us. Like,
Iskander, even if he's blinded, he hears the commotion in this direction. I believe blinded means simply disadvantage on attacks, yeah?
Yes, it does. Also,
All
attacks have advantage against that person, but anyway.
Yeah. So Iskander is going to lash out with his curved blade, attempting to strike Goldrill. It is a 28 to hit, but it's a disadvantage. The second roll is 17. Goldrill, you easily like matrix dodge out of the way as the blade kind of like skims past your face. Iskander being a full rogue doesn't have a heck of a whole lot to do. He is going to bonus action disengage, so you can't make an op attack against him, and he's just gonna back up a little bit, kind of feeling against the wall. Oh yeah, he was supposed to be able to do his at the end of his turn. He has to remake his wisdom save. Highly unlikely he's going to make this. Nope. Darfin, you are up. Kiona, you're on deck.
I just sent you a message, Ghost, just to look at.
I'm just gonna do my wisdom save because I'm assuming I can't do anything else. That was a 2. Cool. Darvin continues to be. I'm done, by the way.
What did you do?
I rolled a wisdom save, and I rolled a 2. And on the die, which isn't gonna do anything, so my turn is over.
Okay. Oof.
Yeah, you didn't reckon on that, did you? Have fun! Doing only the stuff, because no one else can do anything.
Alright.
My turn was fast. I'm not holding this up.
Alright, Kiona, you're up.
Alright, so the problem I'm having at the moment is that most of my spells require sight of some sort. I can make that roll, but it's not gonna do nothing because
yeah, it's almost like when you're blind, you literally can't do anything.
Yeah. That's a wisdom save, that was.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
wait.
can.
Oh, I'm gonna do the thing where I roll a d4. Ben luck. Jesus, please help me be not blind. Oh wait, hold on, that's not the die I want. Please, 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 please. Oh, it didn't work. It did not work. Ah, she's still blind. Fuck. All right. Well,
AoE spells. If you were to do.
Oh no, I know I can do the AoE spells, but the ones I want to do, I can't.
You still need to see. I'm pretty sure you still need to see the target most.
I think stuff like fireball will say at a point you can see.
Yeah, no, fireball says at a point you choose, not a point you can see. Yeah.
Doesn't it say that you choose that you can see?
Nope. At a point that you can choose. So
the
thing is though, yeah. So but she's got to aim it at a generalized area that she thinks Goldroll is in because wait, fireball is 20-foot radius. Is that big in this room?
Yeah. She just heard Foodle squeaking as he got beat up. So
yeah, I guess that's true. But a 20-foot radius would pretty much do it. She will hold on a minute. Hold on. Careful.
You can hear your friends around. Yeah.
Burn me.
Some of those creatures from the spells to do so. You spend most of a number of the creatures up to your charisma modifier. Chosen creature automatic. Doesn't say you have to see.
Okay, so she is going to fireball the fuck out of this room.
Adelotti guides your hand.
And
Adelotti, take the wheel. She guides your hand, protecting your friends, helping you aim around them as a tremendous explosion erupts
he's gonna save
in this
isn't he? Okay,
30,000 plus year old lighthouse. Iskander is like, no, but the architecture, and like tears stream down his face as he's Goldrill, roll a dexterity save.
He's gonna say this. He's a monk.
Oh!
What's
Ah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
damage?
That would be 25 divided by 2. Yeah.
Goldrill.
So 12.
Goldrill, I believe
Well,
monks have evasion.
Actually, we do.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be half.
Cool. So it's
Goldrill,
6 for
like-
Goldrill. I just hurt you guys worse than I hurt Goldrill. Awesome. Oh, and I get to have a wild magic surge.
Only 98 more points of damage before Darfin gets to go see his friends.
You,
That
yeah.
was the wrong
so
decision, you
Goldrill,
guys.
Goldrill, like, backflips out of the way of the explosion.
How much damage was that again?
6 for you. Yeah. So a 55 was the first roll. It is.
Well, I hate to ask this, but doesn't evasion mean if he succeeds on a 24,
He doesn't get any?
he takes no damage, doesn't he?
He takes no damage.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Cool. Well, I'm glad Fiona's blind and she
Oh,
can't
did-
see that
did
she
I
just fails
succeed with
miserably
that?
at doing.
Yeah, you
you
succeeded
got
with that, yeah.
Yeah,
More.
you
Oh,
succeeded.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, never mind. I'm right back at
Yep.
where I
We
was.
didn't really matter. We didn't do 70 damage to him before he healed 70 damage. So he's like completely fine. And
Oh.
we're all just flailing around like dumbasses waiting.
On a 55 of a wild magic surge, now we do have a chance to turn into a potted plant if we want to, but we're not going to. All of Kiona's hair falls out, and she is now a hairless tabaxi.
I would take the
What
plant.
tabaxi? All of
24
it?
hours.
Oh,
She's a sphinx now.
Oh,
She's a
she's a
sphinx now.
potted plant until the start of her next turn, which is not
I would-
great either.
I would take the plant.
She's a bald tabaxi.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
The hairless
those
cat.
Egyptian hairless cats are my favorite fucking cats in the world.
are
I
they?
love those
Okay, all right.
things.
Well, there you
So that is now what Kiona is.
All right. The flaming aura around. Sorry, Kiona, are you finished with your turn?
Yeah, I guess. I can't see anything. I don't even see that I hurt my friends worse than
Did
the
you
guy.
roll your blinds roll?
All right.
And
Um,
I failed.
all right. The flames wreathing around Goldrill erupt to life again, and 4 blasts of psionic power lance out, 2 at Foodle, 1 at Mazra, and 1 at Iskander. So the 2 at Foodle are a 21 to hit, or a 27 to hit. I believe they're at advantage because you're blinded. Is that right?
Foodle's not blinded.
Foodle's not blinded.
Yeah.
So a 21 and a 27. Those are the 2 rolls then.
They both hit.
They both hit. Okay. We're also going to roll for Mazra. Crit on Mazra. And on Iskander is a 18 is going to hit. Okay, so all 4 hit. We are going to roll the 2 on Foodle first. Those are D10 plus 7. 14 damage and 16 damage, psychic.
30.
On Mazra, it is 11 plus 10 is 21 psychic damage.
I half that because I'm resistant.
Okay. And on Iskander, 9 damage. Oof. Oh my god. Iskander's like half HP already. Here we go. This is going exactly as I hoped. Foodle! Alright, as the agony of the psychic lances sort of burrow into your brain while you're trying to avoid getting beaten up by your friend Goldrill, you find yourself, as you close your eyes to fend off the attacks, and then the agony of the just screaming in your skull you open your eyes and you are floating in a dark void among a sea of stars. The voice does not speak to you right away. Instead, you see a vision of Rezik, the strange... what did you always assume he was? We know he's a hobgoblin, but...
Oh,
I
yeah.
think you assumed he was like something else.
Yeah.
An ogre or something?
Yeah.
Like an ogre or something. Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
So Rezik, the hobgoblin, although you think he's an ogre, tavern owner in the Rift, and his daughter Meliki. But time is moving in reverse, so you see scenes of their life in reverse. Of Rezik leading Meliki, quiet and sullen, dressed only in rags, into an empty and dusty old tavern, which they begin to put together and build a home for themselves. Next flash. Rezik finds Meliki, naked and afraid, a feral girl on the edge of a river. He wraps her up in the same oversized, tattered cloak that you just saw her in, and leads her away. Flash. Meliki, in a way you've never seen her before. Six-eyed, robed in fire, shrieking with primal rage that you could have never imagined seeing in the shy, sweet girl. Her power wipes a goblin army off the face of the earth in one scorching blow. Next flash. Rezik, leading a horde of goblins against an army of elves, bearing the familiar battle standard of the Kingdom of Ilion. Next flash. Goblins pour over the Stormspire Mountains, the peaceful town of Blycross, and your sleepy village of Lumbrel, visible in the valley below. You hear the voice.
The goblins invaded for one thing only: to seize the box and the power it contained. Her.
You find yourself inside an elven castle. A girl, Meliki, but not yet Meliki, standing before the box, clothed in ritual robes, waiting for her time to come. It's only you and her in the room. It would be the easiest thing in the world for you to steal the box and change the course of events.
Take the box from the elves who sent you away. Give it to the goblins and prevent the invasion from ever happening. Give up on one little girl who has deceived you along with her so-called father, and live the life of peace you were meant to. You saw the vision of yourself meeting the elves in the distant past. You know, to change events is within our power.
You have a choice. Give the box and the girl to the goblins before they invade, or turn away and walk back out of that room.
Fuck you.
I like this one's way harder than Darfin's. Like, wow.
Poodle with I mean, there's a long. I'm trying to speed this up. Sorry, I know it's late. There's a long pause while
it's a hard one for you.
And some tears begin running down his face as he remembers his best friend being killed at the gates of Lumbrel by a goblin arrow. And he sort of clenches his fists and he looks up at Meliki and he says, "Wipe him out. For my best friend." And he steps away from the box and the girl.
Okay. And you are back at the lighthouse in the heat of battle. And it's your turn, actually.
Right. Oh god.
Foodle, because this is a key moment in Foodle's story, I feel just now. Take inspiration.
I feel like Flutter's already
Because
crying and she
out
hasn't
of-
had her turn yet.
Out of all of you, I thought you might be the one to go for it. So Foodle, you've got inspiration.
You know what's funny?
It's the goblins! He's hated the goblins forever!
The only reason he didn't do that was because he killed all the goblins.
She
So
wiped
he's
out
like,
the
you know
fucking
what?
goblins.
Fine. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, like otherwise he would have just been like, yeah, fuck it, save all of everything I've ever known, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
That was a fucking.
That was
hard
rough.
But for the price of that sweet little girl.
one. I know. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's your turn, and you have inspiration. if
No,
you
Poodle
choose
has to
use it
live
or
with
not.
that. All right. So, Ghost. It's possible that my plan has worked. Is this a window?
All the windows are covered in like that iron sort of lattice. So it's not a
okay.
window that you can get out
Right, because the light goes through the thing.
of. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, never mind. In that case, how does this spell work? Ah, crap. Okay, never mind. Frick. Well, we gotta keep this moving. All Poodle can do is damage, guys. That's it. Ghost, I'm assuming Andrew isn't around
No.
because he's like a fey.
He's like a
thingy.
fake creature. He's like
Yeah.
he's
I mean, he's the
suppressed.
effect of
Yeah.
a spell, right? So.
Yeah. Leader, I just sent you a message. Just something for you to think about.
Well, shit. Yeah, I guess that's all Foodle can do. All right. Foodle, the fire a fucking net because that's what he does, I guess. And we'll see if it hits.
Just love the idea of a point blank net.
Frickin', that shouldn't be an advantage. I'm sorry. I keep.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's all right.
21. Oh wait, 21. Hold on. Let's make sure this hits. Superiority die. Okay, so it's a 30.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So now at advantage, we're doing 3 arrows. Oh, God. Like, what am I doing, guys? Yeah. All right. Here we go. 1, 2. That's not gonna hit. 3.
All right.
So 26 and 23? Question mark.
Those both hit. Yep.
Okay. And we'll do Colossus Slayer.
Actually,
Oh, right, because you have your.
I am going to send one of those back here. Well, actually,
Oh no.
I'm not gonna send it back your way. God, that was the wrong thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do. You need to roll for it though. Like you need to actually fully negate the damage before you can send it anywhere.
Mm.
All right. Which was D10.
D10 plus Dex bonus plus monk level.
$17.
17. All right. Well, you knock 17 damage off of it. Anyway,
All right. Well, that's still good.
so from 23 down to 17, so it's now a 6.
Wait,
You
Ghost.
yeah.
He's resistant to the damage, so I think. I don't know
Yeah,
how
that,
that works.
reduces it to 3. Yeah, I would apply the damage resistance to the final damage. So
Okay,
instead of
okay.
6 damage, it's 3. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted to do it like anyway, but yeah. Because I was
Alright,
gonna
well,
say maybe that does
20
all of it,
less
right?
damage from that attack is. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
And then it's 26, so 13. And that is Foodle's turn.
Oh yeah, the second one is 26 damage. Yeah. So there you go. 3 damage and 13 damage. That is Foodle's turn. Mazza, you are up.
Okay. I mean, can I like this little circle in the center? Is it like a raised? It's the cauldron, right? Can she
Yeah.
just like feel
You can
her
pass
way
through it if you
around
want.
it?
Yeah.
I mean, is it on fire?
No.
Okay.
No. And you can basically like move in the direction of Goldrill and whatever, because you can hear everything that's going on.
Yeah. All right. Well, if he's netted, is it just a straight roll? Because it's
Yep.
he
Oh, I
gets
didn't realize you
disadvantage,
would
but I
let
have
me just
disadvantage.
Move over there. I would have done that on my turn.
All right. So just normal.
That's okay.
then.
He could have made it over there anyway if he went around. So either way,
If Darfin did,
if Monster did. All right.
I didn't realize
22.
you were gonna let us just move around.
Yeah.
All right. Can I apply sneak or not? Because I'm blind. Trying to be fair.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because it says that you cannot have disadvantage. You do have disadvantage, but it's canceled out.
All right.
But you still have disadvantage. All right. Goldrill, how many of those hit you? A 22 and a 25.
They both do.
They both do. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So it's
I do
nine.
have a bonus
So
action.
that is 4 damage and then 5 damage, so 9. 9.
Oh yeah, she's offhanding this. At least I'm rolling decent on the hits.
Mm-hmm.
So did someone say you have to roll a 21 to unblind yourself?
Yes. Yeah. at the
Okay,
end of your
I'm
turn.
not even gonna roll because I literally can't roll that. So
If you're
even
rolling
I
at
roll a
20, I'll allow you.
I can't. I have a -1 in wisdom.
No, you can roll a nat 20.
Well, I'm not going to, but all right.
Just crit. Just crit.
Just crit.
Just
Easy.
crit already.
Just crit. Just crit.
I just critted.
Did you?
Holy shit! See? Just
It's
crit.
over-
Easy.
It's over
just,
here.
Just crit.
Where'd it go?
My
All right.
head. Oh my
Yeah.
Oh
god.
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Holy
Amazing.
shit.
Where
Amazing.
is it?
There you go.
Oh
There you
my
go.
god.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Fucking wild.
Beautiful.
He did it. Holy shit.
My god. Just crit.
It's this.
So
Green dice.
what the green monster dice, yeah.
All right. Monster, you are
Green-
no longer
green dice,
blinded, but
you're
that
right.
is the end of your turn.
It's fine because I know I'll get blinded again next turn, so it's all right. I'm
Okay.
I'm ready.
Goldrill, you're up.
Have we figured out
the net
Goldrill's
burns
AC?
away.
Well, 21
32.
hit 21 hit Goldrill before his AC increased by 2. So we don't know.
Okay.
But it's probably I
So
mean
if
it
I
could be
had
as high as
taken-
23. We don't know.
If I had tried to take those 3 hits, I wouldn't have hit anyway, so I don't feel bad about not doing it.
Yeah.
My highest
Goldrill,
roll
yeah.
is a 21.
All right.
So one thing about the radius, you need to have that arrow pointed straight up, down, left, or right. Otherwise, it's overly generous.
Would that still hit those 3?
The other thing that you have to do is you have to do it from
That'll hit them 3.
snap to corner. You can't do snap
Oh.
to center on a because a point within range is an intersection of those grid
Yeah.
lines. Anyway,
Well, I'm doing that because
It'll still hit Mazra, Iskander, and Kiona.
this. What I'm going to use is Shatter.
oh no!
Mm.
And I 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point.
Yep.
So that would be like that.
Okay, makes a Constitution saving throw. Alright,
Did you
Iskander
say
needs
Why
to do
all
didn't
of
that.
I
our-
do any of this today?
Are you saying all of our magic items are disabled
Yeah.
right now?
Yep. Yep.
Even if it's a god item?
Yep.
Well, fuck me then.
Bend over, sweetie.
It's too late.
All right.
To bend over?
I've been bent over the last like
So-
4 rounds.
Now it says a non-magical object that isn't being worn. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we need a Constitution save from you, Mazra.
Oh, I refuse. I rolled a 6.
Solid.
Rolled a 6.
Ooh,
Okay.
I have really
so we all
bad
fail.
news for everybody.
Yeah.
You all take the maximum 3D. What was it? 6?
3d8. 3d8.
3d8 damage.
3d8. So 3 times 8 is
You like a cleric now? What happened to
24.
Goldrill?
Yep.
What happened
24.
to Goldrill?
All right. Everybody takes 24 damage.
Bro, Goldrill got swole while he was.
Wait,
And I
practicing
believe
opening doors. What the fuck?
evasion does not count
This
towards
just-
that.
This just reassures Mazra's thing of not trusting him, so.
This didn't hit Darfin, did it?
No.
Nope.
Oh. Awesome.
All right. Iskander is sorry, Goldrill. You have more of your turn if you want.
Um. Okay, so-
You picked like a storm cleric, didn't you? That's amazing. I love it.
yeah, it's
I love it.
awesome.
Storm cleric
I
plus
don't know.
monk. Yes, please.
I don't
Such a
know if
cool
I have
thing.
anything else I can really do.
Okay.
Just going through everything really quick.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to use multiple spells in one go, or
Only if
I
your
have one
next
that's-
spell. Only if the next spell is a cantrip.
Okay. I think I am all out of tricks this turn.
Although actually, your passenger is gonna allow it. It is going to spend some of its resource to allow you to cast that spell as a bonus action.
All right. I was going to cast. I guess level 2 is fine. Cast spiritual weapon.
All right. Hell yeah. Where are you putting this spiritual weapon? And do we already have a spiritual weapon token somewhere? The spiritual weapon is tree root. Let me just there. There we go. Where do you want tree root to appear? If you long press a point on the map, it'll ping it for me to see.
What was the range of that? I will.
Yeah, anywhere in 60 feet. So you could basically put it anywhere, and it gets a free attack. So you can decide who you want to attack with it.
I will put it to the
right beside Darfin here. Okay. And you rolled the attack. It's an 18, Darfin. It is at advantage because Darfin is still blind. So
It's
roll
19.
another.
It's a 19 to hit Darfin.
A 19 to hit Darfin, and then roll it again, please.
He gets a +1 to his AC when he's holding 2 weapons.
Yeah, it's a D20 plus 9, so 23 to hit.
Cool.
Okay. Take 11 force damage, please, Darfin.
I'm already doing it.
All right. Is that your turn, Goldrill?
Yep, I am all out of tricks.
All right. Iskander is going to run up on where he hears the commotion is happening, and he is going to attempt a strike with his Fool's Blade again.
He's gonna make a try to make a save on the blind. Can he make it try to make it save on the blind?
End of his turn. End of his turn.
Oh, I see.
End of his
Sorry.
turn. That does not hit. That
Because
does
they
not
like it when
hit even
conditions
close.
literally waste your entire round.
Well, it's kind of pointless to suffer a condition when you can just get off it at the beginning of your turn.
I know, but when it's been like 4 or 5 rounds and you haven't been able to get out.
I have certain complaints about conditions in D&D, namely how like a turn actually takes forever in real time. So it feels like you're suffering from a condition forever. If it was a bit more fast-paced, I would be okay with the way D&D conditions work, but it's not. Iskander does not save. Darfin, you're up. Kiona on deck.
Okay, I guess since you're just allowing us to move, he'll come over here and roll 3 disadvantaged hits, which won't do anything.
Do you take op attacks from the spiritual weapon?
I don't think you do, but whatever. Just
No,
hit
I don't
me.
think so.
I don't think you do.
That's a 4
My instinct
plus
was
8.
no.
That's not gonna hit.
Yeah, because I think you can only make an attack on your turn. So.
That's only a 17. That's not gonna hit.
Nope.
That's a 4 plus 8. That's not gonna hit. Net 20 on the wisdom save. I actually can fucking see again.
Just crit. Just crit. It's all you need to do.
That's what we've learned here tonight. Just crit. Just crit.
Just crit.
Just
Just
crit.
Easy, you know?
Just crit. Hit the gym.
Darwin can see again. Great. Lovely. He's still useless, but he can see himself being useless. How do I un-thing my thing? There. I'm done. That was my whole turn.
All right. Kiona, you're up.
All right. Well, fuck. Okay. Oh god. Well, all right. In a desperate attempt to try to slow Goldrill down while she's blind because she doesn't want to waste that spell slot right now. She's going to throw out a hypnotic pattern. Right in the middle of the commotion. Over there, she's going to make it careful so that her friends maybe win that roll.
All right, Goldrill, roll your what is it? A wisdom save.
Yeah.
All right, Goldrill, roll it.
I think careful spell just lets us automatically pass the saving throw, so it wouldn't affect
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
The scanner can't even see it.
can't see it.
Right, only the
What's-
seeing.
what's-
So it would
what's
be
everybody-
Foodle and Goldrill.
What's
and
everybody
and,
so
oh, wait.
overawed by?
Right. You
Bend luck?
I was going to, but I can't.
Why? Can't
can.
bend luck on saving throws?
I think
You might need
it's either Tides of Chaos or Bend Luck that you can do.
Oh yeah, I can do it.
people's
Yes, I
rolls.
can. I was correct. I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, nice.
I
You
was
don't
thinking
need
about the
sight?
other thing. My Oh no, I do need sight. No, I can't bend luck. So fuck me. Thanks. Bye.
Oof.
Bend over, sweetie. We'll be there in a second.
I've got good news for you, Kiona. It'll be cool.
Oh, also I get a wild magic surge too.
Yeah, Goldrill is immune to being charmed, so it wouldn't have worked on him anyway.
Well, that's fine. It was worth a shot. Okay. The other choice I have is also sucky. Okay. So. This is a Jesus. The reflection on the dome of this thing. 65. Up to 3 creatures you choose within 30 feet of you take 4d10 lightning damage. And also, I happen to take a feat this level up that gives me meta magic. What is it? Elemental
Metamagic-
Adept
Elemental
for
Adept.
lightning. Because of her, I took the feat.
You ignore lightning resistance.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a thing that could hurt. That could work. Or we rolled a straight 0, which
Straight 0.
you regain
That's a
all
100.
expended sorcery
That's
points.
a 100.
Ooh.
Oh, which one do you want?
Oh, 4d10 lightning damage though, guys. But he keeps healing.
Honestly, if he's a storm sorcerer, he's probably immune to lightning damage.
He can't be because I have a thing that makes him not.
Also,
Well-
he's gonna heal like 60 million.
That's
hit
what
points
I
on
was
his
thinking.
turn
It's not worth
anyway.
the
Well, but-
healing though.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. There's two things to consider. Resistance is not the same thing as immunity. So if he's immune,
Oh,
it
then
doesn't
then
matter
it doesn't
what
matter.
your thing is.
Right.
If he's
Yeah.
resistant, then it does still work, right?
You don't
Theoretically.
know whether
But,
he's
but
immune
we
or
don't
not.
know. But
No, we don't know.
But the
I don't
thing
know
that
that,
So you
Kiona
have to make a
knows
choice.
is that he
The
heals
other
every
thing
round.
is, and Ghost, maybe, I don't know if you want to say anything more than you've already said, but Ghost did say that Goldrill's, like, he healed for like 70 hit points, and Ghost described the flames that were around Goldrill. They had died down. Do they still seem like at like a low level? Okay.
Yeah, they'll
So
they,
that's
they,
something-
they only
anyway.
flare up temporarily when the core eye is doing something. Then it goes back down to the level that they were at
Every turn.
after it
Oh,
healed
I
him.
see. So
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like he's got less healing. Okay.
But he healed 32 points.
He
the
healed
round
70
before, so
points one
even-
round. 70.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Even if he only heals the lower amount, we didn't do 32 damage to him before he healed that.
We did.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, you did.
Every time
Yeah,
I
you did.
healed, I was
That
below
much
my maximum.
damage.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
hasn't
I
healed
have
up to
plenty of
max
sorcery
since.
points. All right, fine. / roll.
It was really early damage of Foodle and Mazel just poking me and shooting
Can I
me while I was
spell?
doing that.
Yeah, the nets, they have helped. Like, it's not
It did say
insane. but-
4d10, correct?
They haven't helped me, but
Okay,
I appreciate
yes.
that they've helped somebody.
That's 21, 22 lightning damage from the Elemental Adept.
Goldrill, you do not get lightning resistance from your passenger. Do you have lightning resistance or immunity?
I do.
You have
Do you
resistance
have lightning
or
resistance
immunity?
or immunity?
Ah,
Lightning
Resistance. So you take full damage.
22,
Right.
baby!
22, because that 1 becomes a 2. 22 damage, the hardest single hit that you have suffered.
Was from a wild magic surge. Thank you very much.
Oh yeah.
For an element I'm supposed to be resistant
Wild.
to.
Right?
That's
Like,
wild.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I took
Holy
that feat
shit.
now. I cannot tell you how glad I am that I took that feat.
Goldrill, lightning hasn't hurt you so much
You had
since
that feat forever.
the
I have one for fire.
since
You have to take it
hold on.
separately for other elements.
Lightning
Oh,
hasn't
I
hurt
didn't
you so much since the corrupted aspect of Eldrigo hit you with its breath weapon. The last time you were physically together with this group. Which it's somewhat ironic that that Goldrill thinks of that moment. But we will get to that in a little bit. There are once again two.
Ooh, meets it beats it, right?
Yep.
Hold
Meets
on,
it beats
I'm gonna
it.
try to bend luck on this.
Two psychic lances on
Not this
Darfin. One on Iskander, one on Foodle. Okay, and so just making sure I have my to hit right. 20 plus 13. So the 2 on Iskander, which is he still blinded? No, he's not, because he just critted. So a 27 to hit and a 20 to hit.
Wait, a Skander crit to get rid of his wizard?
No, not Iskander. Darfin.
Okay.
27 and 20 to hit.
They both hit, so...
The one on Iskander. Okay. The one on Iskander is a 30 to
I
hit,
was
so
just
that
gonna
definitely
lose their
hits
mind if
him.
we had 3 crits to get rid of the
And the
blindness.
one
It would've
on
been
Foodle is 23.
23 hits.
Yep. So that is D10 plus 7. So roll D10 plus 7. So this is psychic damage on Darfin. The first one is 12 damage. The second one is 10 damage for a total of 22.
Oh.
One on Iskander. Did you tell me to go home? I am.
You said cool, I think.
Oh.
in a very dry way.
You are at home with me.
I am at
in
home.
our home.
I thought you said go home. And then
Cool,
on
doesn't even have
Foodle.
the same syllables.
You kind of said it like cool, which I misheard as go home somehow.
I think
no,
it was
it's okay.
just Discord, Megan.
Yeah, I think it was just Discord. Foodle 12 damage, psychic.
Ah!
And
Poodle's looking
Iskander
rough.
took 13 psychic damage. He's like, oh! Foodle and Iskander at the same time. Just this symphony, this choir of. Oh! Kiona. Where's that? None of this is right. There we go. Kiona, it's your turn. Your vision actually comes back. like Mazra. Where everybody else is like, oh, it suddenly goes dark. Suddenly you can see stars again. And you are floating in a dark void, stars all around you. Seemingly above you, looming over you, towering over you, are a constellation of 6 stars. The Hexarchy. 6 stellar eyes watching you. You hear the voice speak to you, but you quickly realize it's not actually speaking to you.
Forget about the vessel. It is merely a vehicle of flesh and bone for you. She lives to convey you to your destiny, much as she rides atop one of her simple animals. You are bound for greater things than to be appended to this feeble beast. Your destiny is to rule the world with your kind, to explore the vast starlit void, to play in an infinite sea of dreams, to enjoy a sumptuous feast of the collective psyche of every creature each day. Power. Remember how it feels. How high you soared when you and your flesh bag broke the gnome's heart.
And you see a vision of yourself floating naked out of the bath, eyes glowing, hair flowing in the air, as you tell Foodle he will never see his family again. The scene shifts to you standing over the shattered nightmare machine Ephialtos as Galthor's tower crumbles all around you. A woman in dark robes sobbing at your feet.
How satisfying it was to destroy Fiannan, the pitiful queen of the wasteland.
And then you see every time you surged, including today.
And how your heart sings every time you cast off the self-delusion of control and allow yourself to fully express your power.
It is speaking to Adelotti, imploring the Korai spirit inside you to forsake any illusions that you are somehow equals, somehow partners in your body. That her destiny is to control you. And that you are nothing but a chattel animal to her. Your merged memories, you and Adelotti, your merged memories retreat back to the Altar of Storms when your friends were laid low by the corrupted avatar of Eldrigo. The first time Adelotti spoke to you directly. The first time you surrendered control of the body you share to her. You see Goldrill laying on his back, robes singed. You see Foodle, his back turned to you on his side, still and unmoving. Smoke from the electric breath weapon of the dragon wafting off of his body. And you see Mazra slumped against the Altar of Storms, a wicked gash on her forehead, pouring blood. What was it that Adelotti told you that moment of desperation as you gave over control to her? Adelotti had said
I don't want anybody else to die. Fiona, what does Adelotti do?
Adelotti also remembers all of the amazingly good times that she's had with all of these people, and how they're not chattel or any kind of derogatory things that the thing just spewed at her. And she says, I don't want them to die still.
Right. You are brought back to
That
reality.
was close, you guys. That was close. That was tempting
To-
for me. As a player looking through Adelotti's eyes.
You are brought back to the lighthouse. And in this moment, Goldrill has Foodle, a handful of Foodle's jerkin in his hand. You can see tears streaming down Goldrill's cheeks as you know he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to hurt any of you.
What did Iskander
But
see?
I didn't want to roleplay with myself. So
Me.
he saw something. But Goldrill doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to hurt his friends, but some intelligence that he hasn't felt free to share with you compels him forward as if this is the right thing to do. His arm is jerked back as he's about to land a blow, and you see the flames, Kiona, as you come back from your vision, as Adelotti says this, the flames that are wreathing Goldrill's body kind of like draw out of him, forming a humanoid form. And a very humble and homely looking middle-aged man with a long face, wearing a tattered old cloak and a wide-brimmed hat, apparates in front of you from the blue flames with a hand on Goldrill's shoulder and says, "That's enough." Goldrill, what do you do?
I'm a little gobsmacked too. I did not expect it to go this way. Oh, I think Goldrill is going to immediately, not like full-on torrential downpour cry, but let out a few tears and kind of apologize, saying, "I didn't want to hurt you, but you had to go through this trial."
Stranger emits a pulse of energy. His eyes glow with a blue-white flame. And all of you are long rested. Instantaneously. Your wounds are gone. Your magic returns.
Oodle's gonna say, I knew it! I mean, not the trial stuff, but I knew you didn't want to hurt us!
You're him.
I suppose I am. It's
Wait, what?
wonderful to finally meet you, Kiona.
I think we've met before. Somehow.
In passing. Goldrill is right. You all had to endure this trial to know not whether you thought you could be trusted with what comes next. But indeed, that cut out at the perfect time and then it just restarted so quick. As the storm fades and sun returns. we had to know whether not only thought you could be trusted with what comes next, but whether you actually could be. Whether you were truly incorruptible. Because what comes next is going to set all of you against the world. And Foodle.
Okay, put
And I
put
punched
like a small asterisk next to Iskander's name. Like, don't let him come into contact with any like super crazy secrets because he is corruptible. He had to be honest.
What he
The
says.
Wayfarer looks at
Is this-
Iskander and kind of gives him like a little bit of a wink because the Wayfarer knows what Iskander saw. And then he walks over to the cauldron, waves a hand over it, and it once again lights up in a brilliant fire. This time, the fire is red. And all around you, figures begin to emerge from the empty buildings
Oh.
of Pharos and more distantly of Dalkalash proper. A bedraggled crowd of dozens, perhaps even a couple hundred humans, elves, dwarves, refugees, all, you can tell because being refugees yourself, you know them when you see them. Walk out into the streets and come to the lighthouse. You hear the din of whispers, murmurs of awe. And Kiona, as we end our session tonight, Adelotti says, Kiona, they're like us. Every single one of them is just like us. And that's where we're ending this session.
What? I mean,
Holy
Poodle
shit.
doesn't know that obviously, but what?
Fiona
Oh
will
my
just
God.
start sobbing.
Mm.
We did it. This was a boss encounter that I don't know if Rai Jones is still around. I know he's lurking. Maybe he's already gone to bed if he's smart. But I actually got some inspiration from Rai Jones for this because I knew, very ironic, that at the beginning of our chat this evening, Cauliflumps, you talked about how D&D is not suited for PvP. And leader and I were in our little
Yeah.
in our DM chat giggling over this.
That is pretty funny.
Rai in
Oh,
our
wow.
Monster Hunter one shot had this mechanic that he used where the monster had different parts with separate HP pools, but then there was an overall HP pool that got spent as a resource on things. And so I was spending on healing Goldrill and on a couple of other things. I think there was a saving throw that I turned into a success. There was one time where the rules said he wouldn't be able to cast a leveled spell as a bonus action. I said your passenger allows it. And so the Core Eye Spirit was not only giving passive buffs, and also had its own initiative order and was like casting things
That's
through
why
Goldrill.
shit was happening
It was-
randomly. Okay.
Yeah, it was also using its HP pool to fuel some different things to buff Goldrill and to heal him and to enable him to do things that normally would be against the rules of D&D.
Imagine
But
the
it
things
was a
that
limited
Kiona can
pool.
learn from this guy.
Oh God.
So yeah, so basically, and it is a monster. It is a Core Eye type with its own stat block. Basically, yeah, I spent its HP
That's amazing.
That's
and
cool.
at key
You know-
intervals of its HP getting knocked down, each of you had your vision
I don't
until
know if
Kiona's was HP 0.
I'll have to maybe chat with you about this later, Ghost, because I know it's late. But did you ever look through the? It reminds me of that source book that I think I sent to you. I backed it on Kickstarter ages ago.
Like Ryoko's guide.
Yeah, Ryoko's guide,
which
because
was about like kaiju. Yeah.
yeah, and they've got like monster parts with HP, and then
Yeah.
like a HP. Anyway, who knows? I haven't.
Yeah.
I don't understand all the mechanics, but that's what it reminds me
Yeah.
of. Anyway. I wonder if he
I
was
didn't
inspired by
get
that.
through that part, but maybe
Yeah.
maybe that's where Rai got inspiration
That'd be cool.
from. But,
It's a great book, by the way. Anyway.
Yeah.
And also, by the way,
So-
yes, you were correct. I took 4 levels in cleric.
Nice.
And I
Yeah.
went with the Tempest domain, which just fit so
Yeah?
perfectly.
That was so cool.
Mhm.
We love it. Oh my
Mhm.
god, the gold moves are amazing. Actually, they're really cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody. Wolf, I know we went late. I'm gonna turn it over to Flutter now without any further pomp and circumstance,
hello.
except to say thank you to everyone for humoring my heavily house ruled. The special anti-magic field was another thing that I was like, if these guys have their magic items,
Oh yeah,
like
we'll destroy
Goldrill's
'em.
gonna go down
Yeah.
in the first turn, no matter
Yeah.
how much crap I do.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah.
definitely fun little encounter. Definitely made us a little scared for our lives for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
thought Poodle was gonna go
I had
down.
no idea
I thought
how
Poodle was
we
gonna go
planned
down.
on wrapping that
I
up.
really did.
My plan was, if it came down to it, I was just like, get you guys down, and I brought something. What was it?
Oh.
Spare the dying.
And oh yeah,
I brought
hell yeah.
that cantrip.
I
So was
had
gonna, like,
a
if I brought
plan.
someone down, I was gonna use it and
Right.
then move on to the next person.
Kiona was
And
gonna
as-
shove Goldroll into another dimension by themselves and try to make him separate from the core eye.
Yeah.
But then he blinded her.
Yeah.
And she couldn't do that
Yeah.
anymore.
Poodle's gonna blast him out the window. He was gonna go on the other side, and he's got that knockback. Anyway.
Yeah, and as proof that the Wayfarer was indeed pulling his punches on you, this stat block has some nasty stuff.
Oh, no doubt.
And he did not like. He can deal like a ridiculous amount of damage to you, and then if you die from it, he traps your soul in one of his eyes, and
Oh,
you can't be
God.
resurrected except by a wish spell. Like
What the
is a crazy stat block, and I was like,
Jeez.
I'm not using that on them. Like he would never, like he would do that.
That's wild. Yeah.
Here's a
Amazing.
test.
Thank
Survive a
goodness
nuclear
he's on our
bomb.
side. That's,
Yeah.
that's all I have to say. Thank goodness
Yeah.
he's on our side.
Well, Ghost, thank you so much for running. Flutter, thank you so much
you.
for hosting us.
Yeah. Thank you for coming to my channel tonight, guys. Ghost, thank you for
Leader.
creating this whole story.
Of course. Thank you. And Leader, thank you for coming back and reprising your role as Goldrill. You're welcome back next week.
Yeah.
I
Like-
think that would be a lot of fun.
Yes.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you,
I think
guys.
I'm here next week. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
There's 1 week in October. I'm going to be away early in October. But
I was gonna say
We're
it's
still
not
well in
October
September,
yet,
right?
Ghost Pepper. Don't do that
That's
to
right.
me.
That's
Oh
right.
my god. Okay, sorry. You guys, this has been a great game. Fun, inciting evening. There have been tears and heartbeats and craziness. And we thought we were gonna die again. Thank you, Ghost Pepper, for making this game amazing. Thank you, everybody else, for being here and playing and being rules lawyers and guesting and people in the chat for chilling out with us. We're going to see you next week over on Ghost Pepper's channel?
Yep.
Question mark? Yes.
Yep.
So we'll see you then. Quick hydrate. Pie, thank you.
Thank you, Pie. Bye, everyone.
Apparently that button doesn't work anymore. Bye.
but
Yeah, leader.
Amazing.